Game night!
Nikki, what's your favorite animal?
Tasmanian devil.
Lincoln, what's yours?
Eurasian lynx?
And mine's the sea turtle. You can watch us acquire, care for, and maybe release into the wild all these animals and more as we teach and play Ark Nova, a game for 1 to 4 zookeepers designed by Mathias Wigge and published by Feuerland and Capstone Games. Come and watch us shuffle a gigantic deck of cards and build some tiles as we expand our zoos and all kinds of fun stuff as we work towards conservation and education, won't you?
Hey Aaron.
Hi Lincoln.
Will you teach us Ark Nova?
Yes, it's terraforming Mars but with animals. Okay, let's begin.
Okay.
Sweet, I'm ready.
It is a little bit like terraforming Mars because it has a gigantic deck of cards and we'll never see the whole thing in our first game. And they all have individualized text and abilities. But, it's a zoo game with animals. We all have our little zoo map in front of us here. We're going to build some enclosures and put some animals in them and make points in a variety of interesting ways. We are starting with the basic zoo map, not with the advanced ones with special powers. And we're going to look at the central board here and then our individual zoo maps and player card actions. Here on the middle board, we have 6 cards in a display that we're going to be able to draw and do things from. These are just for example purposes. We'll set up brand new ones before we start the game. And we have 4 tracks to look at. These brown tickets running this way around the board are the appeal track. That's essentially one kind of victory points. And because I'm the start player, I start lowest. And Nikki has 1 more appeal and Lincoln has 1 more appeal than I do. This also tracks your income. This gray number, this is your money income every time we have a break. And we're going to come back to what a break is in a very short moment. The green track running clockwise around the board is the conservation track. And we all start at 0, but that's another type of points that we will earn throughout the game. Those 2 types of points together are essentially both your victory points. And when your tokens meet in the middle somewhere, might be right here, or it might be over here, or it might be over here, that's going to trigger the end of the game. Conservation points also come with some rewards. When you reach 2 conservation points, you get a choice of a big upgrade, and 5 and 8, and I'll come back to what those mean. And when any one player reaches 10 conservation points, we're all going to choose one of our final scoring cards to discard, and the other one will give us some endgame points.
What if we never get to that along this
Then
track?
it's actually part of final scoring. That's in the rules,
Wow.
but I've never seen it happen. More likely, we all will pass that 10 conservation points, but
And we can't use them both, bummer.
You can't use them both.
Yeah,
sorry.
I know, right?
This awesome little coffee cup token is for the break track because it's like your coffee break, and this token will move towards the break symbol here via a few mechanisms. And when this happens, we will process a few things that are right here printed on the board.
So that's essentially like the round.
It's
kind
right.
of.
There's not a strict round limit or turns in a round, but this is a timer that will give us some income, and we'll have to check our hand limit and discard and some other sort of upkeep things. It's a very cool little mechanism, and it's all printed here on the board, and I'll come back to it after we explain what moves that token. Here on our player boards in front of us, we've got a map that we'll build on. These yellow pentagons are all bonuses that we will unlock, very helpful for us. We've got some places to place things that I'll explain in a moment. These association workers are important for the association action. You start with 1, and you can get up to 3 more during the game. We all start with 25 money. And an X token, that's for boosting the power of your action. You can hold up to 5 of them, and I'll explain how they boost your actions in a few minutes. And on the left side of the board, these are big conservation tokens that you will use to score some big points and also unlock bonuses. This is a key way to score big points and win the game, and I'll explain how that works. But first, we're going to look at the meat of the game is your 5 action cards that we all have the same 5 below our player boards. Every turn you're going to take 1 card, select it, and move it down a little bit. And after you perform the action on the card, that card is going to move to slot 1, and all the rest of your cards will move to the right. The number above the card that you chose to activate that turn is the power of that action for the turn. That's where your X token comes in. maybe my association card is here at slot 4, so I move it down here, but I really need to perform that action at power 5, so I'm going to add an X token and perform that action at power 5. I will still, at the end of my turn, move this association card to slot 1, move any cards that were to the left of it to the right. Anything that was to the right of it stays where it was, and the card I used always goes to slot 1 to finish my turn. Now we'll look at these cards and what they do. First, I've got this empty zoo map, so how am I going to fill it? I'm going to build some things with the build card. The build card lets you, on its unupgraded side, build one building. You've got some size 1 buildings. These are enclosures that hold animals, and you've got pavilions and kiosks. Very briefly, kiosks will get you money in the break phase, and pavilions are just good for filling in gaps, and they get you 1 appeal. Enclosures hold animals. They can be of sizes 1 to 5. There are some special enclosures. Here's one called the petting zoo. That one is size 3. You can only build 1 of each special enclosure in your zoo ever.
Is it an evil petting zoo?
That's up to you. You're the zoo manager. You tell me. On the build card, it tells you everything costs 2 per space. So if you built a petting zoo, you need to spend 6 money. If you built a kiosk or a 1 size enclosure, that just costs 2 money. And it tells you what you're allowed to build right at the bottom there. When you upgrade this build card, you now have a couple other buildings you can build. The reptile house and the bird aviary. Those are both size 5, so they're going to cost you 10 money. And you can now build more than 1 building with your build action when it's upgraded. You can never, and this is on the card, they must be different buildings. You can never build more than 1 of the same building with the same action. I can't build 5 kiosks at power 5, or even 2 of these level 2 enclosures with the same action. I can come back on a future action and do that, but not at the same action. Let's look at your map here real quick and say, I did build this petting zoo. Your very first build on your zoo map must touch a border space, an edge space. Rocks and water are not buildable spaces unless you find the card in this gigantic deck that lets you break that rule. This is one of those kind of games. Everything I'm about to say has an asterisk at the end of it where there's a card in the deck that lets you break that rule, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. But normally, no, you can't build over rocks and water. There are reasons for the rocks and water to be there that you'll find out in a minute. Your first tile must touch an edge space, must cover a bordered space, and then every other thing you place in the zoo must touch an existing tile. When you cover one of these yellow pentagons, you get that bonus. Some of them are very clear. This is the money symbol, these gray squares. This means take an X token. This symbol means draw a card from the deck or your reputation range. I'll explain that in a moment when I explain the cards action. This little graduation hat means take 2 reputation. That's the 4th track here on the middle board. This is not a victory point track. This simply marks your reputation range for selecting cards with certain actions. I'm going to come back to that, but there are also yellow pentagons which unlock bonuses on that track. Anytime you see that graduation hat cap, that means reputation. And the last little bonus type on here is this 1 card. That will also come on some animal and play card bonuses. That will mean after you've completed your full action, you get an additional card move. So after I have, say, taken my build action and moved it to slot 1 and moved all the other cards down, or to the right, I now get an additional card to slot 1. Let's say I'm never going to play this sponsors card in my next few actions, so I get to move that to slot 1 and slide these all to the right. Because of this symbol, which is on your zoo map, but you may also see it on other cards.
Hey, I have a question.
Go for it.
Can I fill my whole zoo up with petting zoos and aviators?
No, you can only build 1 of each of those things.
Okay.
1 of each of these 3 special buildings.
The specials. Okay.
Correct. You can fill your zoo up with all kinds of other things. And in fact, that's a great idea, Nikki, because you get 7 appeal for filling your zoo map completely.
Okay.
That is a goal that is good for everyone, even if you don't have a final scoring card or special other card that rewards you for it. 7 appeal is a pretty good point jump.
I wanted my zoo to be the petting zoo.
Ah.
Yeah. But
No.
apparently
one,
not.
Sorry, one evil petting zoo per player.
Oh, darn it.
There's one other special little rule about building is when you build the aviary or the reptile house, you have a one-time special opportunity to move animals that are allowed to go in that building into that building from other enclosures. It's just a one-time opportunity, and it will save you some space and open up some other enclosures for other animals. I'll explain that a little bit more when we get to the animals card, when we get to the animals action. So I keep talking about cards, and we're going to start the game with a few, but I want to get more. How am I going to do that? I'm going to use the cards action. The cards action always starts with break 2. It moves the coffee cup I was talking about 2 spaces. That will progress us towards the break. It also lets me draw and sometimes discard cards based on the power level of the cards action. This is an action you'll never boost past level 5, but some actions will benefit from going past level 5. The build action that we were just talking about on side 1, you would never want to go past level 5 because the biggest building you could build is 5. But if I've upgraded it to build multiple buildings, maybe I'm going to boost it up to 8 or 10 because I can build all kinds of stuff. The cards action on both sides only goes to level 5. There's no reason to boost it past 5. It tells you how many cards to draw and discard. You can discard a card that was already in your hand. It does not have to be a card that you just drew. In fact, see that level 1 is draw 1 card and discard 1. That would be kind of silly if you had to discard the one you just drew. You can discard any 1 card from your hand. You do have a hand limit, but you don't have to enforce it until the break, so we'll talk about that in a second. At power 5, we see a new symbol here. I have a choice of drawing 3 cards and discarding 1 from the deck, or snapping a card. This is a special term in this game. It means I can take any 1 card from the display, from any slot, and just take it into my hand. 1 card, no cost.
Nice.
The upgraded side of the cards action lets me snap from power 3, power 4, or power 5. Still, it's always 1 card, always no cost. But you can see that the upgraded side of the card lets me draw a few more cards and discard a few less, or at least with different power levels. It also lets me draw cards from either the deck or my reputation range. So I briefly mentioned the reputation track. At the beginning, our reputation range is down here. We can only draw cards from this level, from slot 1. But if my reputation has moved up here, I have access to the first 2 cards. And if it's up here, I have access to the first 3 cards, etc. There's an additional cost to this. It costs 1, 2, or 3 money, or 4, 5, or 6 if I can go that far. It always costs based on the slot the card is in. There are other actions I'm going to get to that will let you play other cards directly from the board with this same cost upgrade, 1 through 6 money. Remember that snapping just lets you take the card immediately with no cost, but if it says draw or play from your reputation range, that's based on where your reputation marker is, and it always includes the additional money cost based on the slot. That's the cards action. Now, 2/3 of the cards or so are animals, so I want to put some animals in my enclosures and my petting zoo. How do I do that? With the animals card. This is another one that doesn't go past power 5. It's just powers 1 through 5 on the card. And on the unupgraded side, power 1 does nothing. So I either want to boost it or wait until it's at least at power 2. Pretty simple. Power 2, 3, or 4, I play 1 animal from my hand. Power 5, I can play 2 if I have 2 animals that I can do from my hand. Let's look at a couple simple animal cards. They've got information on the cards that this iconography will become very familiar to you. The first number in the top left tells you the size of the enclosure that that animal requires. You can put it in a bigger enclosure, but you need an empty enclosure of at least that size in your zoo. This special shape enclosure means that's a petting zoo animal. That animal can only go in a petting zoo, and this is also the petting zoo icon over here. An animal that's not a petting zoo animal will also have an animal type icon, a primate, a predator, a reptile, etc., and a continent of origin. There's a way to get a discount based on the continent of origin we're going to come back to in a moment. This on the left is a prerequisite. For this animal, you need to have a partner zoo. You will also see prerequisites based on having more primates, having more reptiles, having more Africa animals already in your zoo. These are icons that you need to have already in your zoo. This animal's a lot simpler to play because it doesn't have any prerequisites. This gray square is a money cost. There is a way to discount those, which we'll come back to. After you have checked your prerequisites and have an enclosure that fits the animal and paid your money cost, you can then take the rewards and process the bottom part of this card. You will often get an appeal bonus for playing the animal, sometimes even a conservation point bonus, and often a special ability reward or a special action at the bottom of the card. This one has an interactive ability. That's what that yellow hexagon means. For your first game, or if you want to play a friendly game, you do not have to use the interactive abilities. We're not going to use them because they sort of draw the game out a little bit. Instead, you just activate this bottom blue band. So instead of reading Pilfering 1, which is his interactive ability, we just would use Sprint 1, draw one card from the deck. So the interactive ability is replaced by this blue band. But other animals may tell you to move a card to your 1 slot or draw an extra card, etc. The last thing you do is flip over the enclosure that's in your zoo that animal goes in. You must always fill up an enclosure that the animal goes in, or for a petting zoo, reptile house, or bird aviary, place a cube in the appropriate building. This bird takes up 1 space in my petting zoo. So I would place 1 cube of my color on my petting zoo building. And to look very quickly, here's a bird that would normally need a size 4 enclosure on its own, but if I've built this gigantic bird aviary, he's only going to take 1 out of the 5 spaces in it. So you can see that those big expensive buildings are kind of a way to save a lot of space and a lot of building cost in your zoo.
Okay.
Which is another reason you might want to take that action to move a bunch of things into them when you build them.
Yeah, because it empties the existing...
It empties the existing enclosures, exactly. That is the animals action. The upgraded animals side is the same, except you can play 2 animals a little earlier. You can also play animals from your hand or reputation range. So we've already discussed this. You can play animals directly from the display. You're going to pay an extra cost based on what slot it's in, but you can, if I like this crocodile and I meet all the prerequisites and I have the money, I can play him directly into my zoo from the display.
He would go in my reptile house there.
He could.
If I,
Wow, that's a size 5 though if it's not inside the...
and
but it takes 3
he takes
inside
3/5 of your reptile house,
my
but even
goodness.
still, that's a savings.
Probably because you got to keep him away from all your other reptiles.
The Power 5 of the upgraded animals side also comes with a reputation boost. And the rules say take that first because it might actually increase your range of cards that you can take from.
Oh, that's
cards that you
cool.
can play.
Okay.
The last little part of playing animals that I need to mention is, let's look at this crocodile from the display.
Crocodile.
He has a requirement to be built next to water, to live next to water. So whether he's in a size 5 enclosure or the reptile house, that tile must be next to water. If I somehow built my reptile house over here, well, up here, and it's not next to water,
then you can't do
I
that.
cannot put the crocodile there. Maybe his regular size 5 enclosure, I don't know how
I think it's supposed to go like that would be.
So you need to be aware of that.
Okay.
There are also, these are specific build requirements. You may end up with this card in your hand and just never be able to play it because you don't have room for a size 5 that will go next to rocks.
We're not building the animals, we're bringing
No,
them into
you're
our
building
zoo.
an enclosure that
Yeah.
will fit that
Yeah,
animal. But if you've already built a size 5 enclosure and you forgot to put it next to
Yeah.
rocks, this card may not be any good for you. So that's another thing to be
Are
aware
there
of.
any of them well, we saw the one that requires 2 water, right?
I don't know if we did, but there are.
Or is that 2 or 3 on that one? Is it just 1?
It's 1.
There are cards that require 2 rocks or 2
Yeah, that's what I
water
was wondering. Okay,
hexes,
cool.
yes. And even though it's not super clear, it transfers over to the reptile house or bird aviary. If it needs to be next to rocks or water, the reptile house or bird aviary also requires that same
Okay.
building. All right, the sponsorship card is quite easy because it's like a simplified version of the animal card. Sponsorship cards are these blue cards. They have a blue notebook symbol in the top left, and they give you bonuses that are printed directly on the card. Sponsorship cards are very cool because they're like, hey, the life of reptiles as presented by Dole Pineapple. And they let you get interesting, powers and income abilities and special buildings even for very little or no cost. So here's how the sponsorship action works. The unupgraded side says play a sponsor's card with a maximum level of X from your hand. Sponsorship cards have a level printed right on the card. This one you'll see is actually level 6. So you would have to have your sponsorship card at a pretty high level and boost it with X tokens to play this card. But a lot of them are power 1 through 5 or level 1 through 5. And there's no additional money cost. You're just playing the card to play this card. Some sponsorship cards come with a special building that you get to immediately place in your zoo. This building is not reversible. You have to actually find room for it as printed.
Like you have no more space that you can actually do that one.
Yes, once your zoo is full, you can't play cards with special buildings on them anymore. Some
I could
sponsorship
move a kiosk.
too bad. There's no explosive. Actually, as far as I know, there is no explosive demolition card in this deck, but there absolutely could be. A lot of times there are somewhat confusing symbology up here at the top of the card, but it's almost always explained right here in the text. A lot of sponsorship cards provide income. Income is almost always purple, and it'll tell you exactly what to do. Sometimes it's straight money, and sometimes it's money based on certain symbols or certain animals or whatever. Brown in this game always means end game points. So if it's got a little brown stripe up here and a symbol down here, this one means if you've reached reputation 9 at the end of the game, hourglass means end game, you get an additional conservation point. Yellow in this game always means immediately. So in this card would immediately give you 3 money when you play it.
That would only be once, right, for that
One time. Immediately and one time is yellow. Purple is every income during the break, and brown is endgame.
Okay.
So the sponsor card lets you play a sponsor card of that level, or if you don't have any sponsor cards in your hand, or it's just not the right time, you can get a little extra money and advance this break coffee cup. This is the optional other part of the sponsor card. It's very clear. You break X, meaning the power of your action, 1 through 5 or more if you've boosted it, and you gain that much money. On the upgraded side of the sponsor card, you break X and gain double that money. So that could be up to 10 or 12 or 14 or more money if you really need money, and that's the only way you can get it. The upgraded sponsor action lets you play multiple sponsor cards. It makes the power level X plus 1.
Wow.
So I could play this
without
actually spending any X tokens, correct? And I can play from my reputation range on the display. As we've discussed, you pay a money cost based on the slot, but I could play directly from the board without having the sponsor card in my hand.
Would it have to be a sponsor card that you
It does have to be a sponsor card.
Okay.
You're not even picking it up, you're just playing it immediately into your played cards.
But I couldn't.
You can't play an animal card or any other type.
Okay.
Our last card type, and almost the most important for scoring big points, is the association. This is the boring corporate meeting and partner side of the zoo management business.
Maybe they can have zoos in the meeting, or like an animal.
Nope, no
to
animals
pet
allowed. Nope,
during
it's
the meeting to stay.
only Zoom board meetings and
No.
clipboards and paperwork and nope.
I
It's
want-
all boring.
I want a
All right.
cute animal to pet to keep
This
me
is
calm.
where you use your association workers that you start with only one of, and you will see how valuable getting more of them is. There's this sideboard over here for association workers. And you will see that there are actions listed for power 2 through 5 there. So performing the association action at level 1 does not do anything.
Okay.
If I take the association action with power 2, the only thing I can do is place a worker here and take 2 reputation. It's a nice little boost.
Okay.
If I take power 3, I can always do the power 2 action, of course, if I want to, but I can place there. And this is the partner zoos. There are 5 of these from the 5 continents that are active in the game. Our spot for them here is on our player board here. You see there are only 4 spots, so you'll never have all 5. You can only have 4. But any one that's available there I can take and just place on my zoo board.
Okay.
This does several things. It gives me that -3 money discount for placing animals from that continent. There are some very rare animals that have a continent listed twice at the top of their card. I would actually get a -6 cost, but for most purposes, it's going to be -3.
Neat.
Your second partner zoo covers up a symbol that says upgrade an action. That's a very important symbol. When I get my second partner zoo, I get to upgrade an action card. That's a key thing to be aware of.
Okay.
Let's look at the next part. If I'm at
All right.
power 4, I can take a university partner. There are only 3 types of universities. You can never take the same one twice. So there are 3 slots again on my zoo board, but if I've already gotten the one you want for the turn, you have to take one of the ones that's left.
Okay.
And if you've already taken all those, you can't duplicate.
All right.
However, this is another way your second university will also upgrade another action card, and your third one will get you 2 conservation points.
Okay.
The universities, you can see, one of them increases your hand limit from 3 to
This one.
5.
Yeah.
2 of them give you reputation points, and 2 of them give you research icons. That doesn't really do anything for you right now until you see that a lot of the sponsorship cards have research requirements, and even some of the animals might have advanced research requirements. Let me point out that some animals might even have card requirements, like I can't play this monkey until I've upgraded my animal's action.
Oh.
You can see that I cannot progress on the reputation track until I've upgraded my card's action past level 9.
All right.
You can't build on certain spaces on your map until you've upgraded your build action. We already covered that you can't build the reptile house
Right.
and the aviary until you've upgraded your build action. You can't get your third and fourth partner zoo until you've upgraded your association action. And we're about to talk about one more thing you can't do until you've upgraded your association action.
Okay.
But let's look at level 5. If you've done a power 5 association action, this might be the most important action in the game.
Okay.
This is how you get big jumps on the conservation track and essentially increase your score the biggest and get to the end of the game and possibly win. So we're going to put out 3 new cards. These are just for sample purposes, but there are going to be 3 cards here. These are called base conservation projects. And we're going to also have some of them in the display and in our hand. And we're also going to have final scoring cards that are similar
Okay.
at the beginning of the game. These are all based on icons or things in our zoo that we qualify for, and they all reward conservation points. Looking at here, a very simple one here. This is Asia. So if you have 2 or more Asia symbols in your zoo, grab that Asia zoo partner icon,
Yeah.
Nikki. If you took this Asia zoo partner zoo, that counts as an Asia icon in your zoo.
All right. Cool.
And then you later got this this ugly old vulture as an animal in your zoo.
They're necessary.
You know, hey, well, you know, he's comfortable with who he is. He looks in the mirror and he's happy with who he is every day. But he's counts as a second Asia icon. And you know, you got him for cheaper because you already had an Asia icon here.
Oh, that's right.
You got this
I
minus
got a
3.
-3.
You
Woohoo.
now have 2 Asia icons in your zoo, and you can, when you play a 5-power association icon action, place one of these cubes on this level of the card.
Oh, okay. From here.
That is correct. That is something that we should always be aware of, is who can place on these cards and when you can take this action.
Okay.
Now, I'm about to talk about these 7 cubes on your zoo board here. They're very important, which one you choose and when you activate these cards. But unless you have a card that lets you break this rule, you can only play once on each of these cards. So whether you take the first quick one you can get to, or whether you try to get to, I'm going to get a higher reward for 4 Asia icons, or the biggest reward for 5, is up to you.
Okay.
However, choosing one of these rewards by picking up a cube off of your zoo board is big rewards, big money.
Okay.
Big zoo rewards. These all have rewards listed on that you get when you pick up the cube and place it on the conservation card.
All right.
And I'm about to explain one more way to do that. But let's look at them real quick.
Okay.
Again, they have this yellow instantaneous power and or the purple income power. The first one is the snap folder symbol that we've seen. It means you immediately get to snap a card from the display and every break income. That's the last thing we're going to talk about. This one means you get to build a 2-space enclosure for free immediately and during every break income. This is 5 money, immediately and during every break income. This is a conservation point, immediately and during every income. And these last 3 are only one time, but placing the cube is also still very valuable. This is an extra association worker, immediately available into your pool to place.
You take it from the bottom, though, right?
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. You take it from the bottom. Everything is from bottom up. You place your partner zoos bottom up. You place your universities bottom up.
Okay.
And this one is 12 money, and this one is 3x tokens. They're all very good. You decide which one to place from. You can only place once on each of these cards. So there's these 3 that start the beginning of the game, but there are also going to be these that end up in your hand or on the board. You can play a new conservation project to the top of this association board as part of this 5 action, this 5 power action.
Okay.
Only if you can immediately place a cube on it.
Oh.
So
we
Nikki's
go
going to
here?
play this bird greeting program.
Sure.
And it says you must have a bird and a partner zoo of the appropriate type. So she's got a bird and a partner zoo from Asia. So she's done it.
Yay.
And she places on any spot in that card and takes the reward. She places her cube, she takes the reward.
Oh,
she's
that's
done it.
any?
If that one is any, it is
okay.
not a you must have 2 or you must have 3 or you must
right.
have 4.
It's just what you're going to gain is a
Right.
Yeah.
But you will find quite a few of these that will be similar, like this one's based on rock icons in your zoo, like the rock icon on this monkey. You'll find ones that are based on the continents. You'll find ones that are based on types of buildings. You'll find the ones that are based on animal types or different symbols. You'll find one for almost everything.
Okay.
But when you play it from your hand or the board, you must be able to place a cube on it immediately and do so.
And that happens when you do the association action at power 5. You can place one of those. Okay.
One last thing to say is if you've done that card and I later play another card, that one shifts to the right and my new card comes in on the left.
Okay.
With 3 players, there can only ever be 3 of those.
Let's put a new card in.
Thank you.
Okay.
If someone plays a 4th one, the one on the right goes off the board and away from the game, but you still have already earned your points for it. You still have already cleared your cube here. You've gotten all the rewards, but they will time out eventually as people play more of those cards. The upgraded association card side lets me do more than one association action in a single action. Let's say, Nikki, move my worker to level 2 or 3.
Okay.
Let's say I've upgraded my action now and I've got all these workers.
All right.
It doesn't matter where your worker is, but if my worker is on a space I want to use again, I have to pay 2 workers. That's listed right at the top of the association board.
Okay.
But if I want another partner zoo, I have to place 2 workers where I already have 1.
All right.
If I want to do this action and I haven't done it yet already, it only costs 1.
But if I come into this action, I'm just
you can,
1.
You can totally ignore other player colors, except for the fact that I might have already taken, the zoo that you want for this round.
Okay.
But yes, if you play where you have already gone, it costs you 2. It doesn't matter about the other people.
All right.
The other bonus for having your upgraded association action is that you can also make a donation. This costs 0 power, and it does not cost a worker, but you only have it available when your card is upgraded. That's why it's in this purple color. This is just an immediate 1 conservation point boost, which is actually a pretty big boost as you advance along the game, and they get more and more expensive. So the very first conservation donation of the game only costs 2 money, and then they go up in price from 5 to 7 to 10, and then they all cost 12 money.
Where do I take the cube from?
There's no cube. I'm sorry, you're right. You
Yeah.
you take any cube just to mark which ones I've done.
But from this,
not the good cubes from there.
That would be a good way to. Okay,
It
so
would
from
be
here.
yes, from there,
Okay.
from your regular old piddly cubes.
Okay.
To make a donation, you do have to do a regular association action. You cannot just say, I'm only making the free donation. You must take a power action and have a worker available
so
to
I have
place
to
for
have
that.
a-
Correct.
okay.
You can't not have a worker and just do the donation or skip the other actions and just do the donation.
Okay.
The donation is an optional bonus after you have done the regular donation action.
Got it.
If you don't want to or can't do any of those 5 card actions, the 6th thing you can do on your turn is take an X token. This is kind of like a pass, but you still choose one of your cards, move it down and move it all the way to the 1 space, move anything that was to the left of it to the right, as if you activated that card. So it's kind of like a pass. You always get an X token, but you still move a card as if you activate
Any one of them?
Any one you choose.
Okay.
This was pointed out to me as a really great action. Like, say you've built everything in your zoo and your map is completely filled, but your build card is stuck at level 5.
Right.
So now you can pass, take an X token, and move it down to slot 1.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But so if there's any other situation where you just don't like an action, you take an X token and you move a card. That is the 6th type of action.
Okay, cool.
The last thing to talk about, which we've mentioned several times, is the break. We've moved the coffee cup with our cards action, and we've moved the coffee cup with our sponsors action pass, or a sponsors action optional version. There will also be some animal card effects and things that will move the break token. When the break token gets here, we do a break. There's an X token here. The player who moved this to the break gets an extra X token. That's a little reward sometimes for moving it there. At the end of that player's turn, they do their entire turn normally, then we process the break. We just do these 6 things in order. It's real simple. It's all on the board icons. First, we check hand size. Your hand size of cards is 3, unless you have the university that makes it 5. You discard whatever you don't want. You keep the rest. Then you clear temporary icons. A lot of these are the interactive abilities that we are not going to use for this game to keep things simple, so that's going to be pretty easy. There's also the occasional ×2 icon, which lets you perform an action twice. If you have one of those and haven't used it yet, you lose that at this point. Then we reset the association board. You get all your workers back. You reset the partner zoos, so there's always 5 of those. You reset the universities, so there's always 3 of those.
Okay. And you're always going to have, they're going to be different. There wouldn't be
always
like
gonna
2 Australias
They're
or
printed
something.
right on the board. It's always going
Okay.
to be one of each of those.
All right.
Then we will refresh the display. The 1 and 2 slots will always clear. The rest will go to the left, and 2 new ones will come out here. At the end of any turn in which you took card, the same thing would happen roughly. You would move cards to the left and fill into the top slots. Then we take income. Your income comes from 4 possible categories. First, it comes from your appeal track that I noted here. Second, it can come from kiosks. Kiosks make $1, 1 money, for every building that they are next to, except for an empty regular enclosure. So a petting zoo, whether or not it has cubes in it, always makes $1 for the kiosks next to it. The reptile house and the aviary also. A pavilion, a special building, always gives a kiosk $1 if it's next to it. Empty enclosures do not, but filled enclosures do give kiosks money. And I did not mention that kiosks have a spacing rule. They must be 3 spaces away from another kiosk. So
Okay.
2 hexes in between each kiosk. This is an illegal kiosk placement. This is fine.
Okay.
Okay? That's the only placement rule. Otherwise, anything can be next to anything else, except for rocks and water can't be built over. Some sponsorship cards will have income listed on them. You just read what's on the sponsorship card and take income. And then the 4th possible type of income is from this cubes that you may have unlocked. For instance, Nikki, we placed a cube over there, and she has now an extra $5 in income every round, every break. Then once we've all calculated and taken our income, we place the coffee cup back on the beginning of the break track, and we start a new round with a new player's next player. That is Ark Nova. I don't think I've forgotten anything.
I have some questions.
Please ask me a question.
What is this icon and this? Or it's
This
a different color.
Is for the interactive effects, so it doesn't matter for our game.
Oh, okay.
But while you have less than this number of points, you can't be targeted by interactive effects.
All right.
This, you'll see some cards that actually say they're like better for the beginning of your game or better while your zoo is lower development, and they'll just say right on the card, you can't play this once you're over 25 appeal.
Oh, so you could get a card that's totally...
just, but
all right.
You'll have quite a while to sort of get around it. But yeah, you'll actually see a card that just says, too bad, you can't play this right now.
Too bad you can't play this anymore.
Anymore. You can actually move backwards on the appeal track in one circumstance.
Yeah.
A type of type of conservation card that I didn't cover. There are quite a few that let you release animals into the wild. So to release an animal, you're going to place a cube on that card that you qualify for as normal. You will get a big conservation bump, but you need to discard the card, go backwards on the appeal track, the number of appeal on that animal, not the conservation or any other rewards on the animal card. You get to keep those.
Cool.
And if you did have it in a enclosure, you get to reflip that enclosure and refill it again later, or if it was in your reptile house or petting zoo or whatever, you get to take those cubes off and use that space again. But you do lose the card. It is end game progress and point progress overall, but that's how you release an animal into the wild. And it's, as far as I know, the only way to go backwards on the appeal track.
Okay.
The last thing I only briefly mentioned was these tokens. The first person to get or pass to 5 or 8 gets their choice of these tokens. This is a draw 3 cards from your reputation range or the top of the deck. You can choose those one at a time. This is an action doubler. It means you would get to take a ×2 action and choose one of your cards. The next time you do that action, you get to do it twice. Not at double power, just perform it twice at whatever power it's at right now. That's very valuable, but don't forget it goes away at the break, so you do need to use it quickly. And then this is just 3X tokens. This one is very interesting and can be powerful. This is play a sponsorship card from your hand with a money cost of whatever the level of the card is. So it's kind of like a free action, but you do pay a money cost, which normally sponsorship cards don't have.
What are these two here? I mean, are these permanent?
Those are permanent. They're always the same. They are big rewards. So when you get to, each person, when they get to conservation level 2, gets a choice. You can either upgrade one of your action cards, big reward, or take one of your association workers, big reward. But it's a choice.
You've already got all
make.
yours.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
They're all here.
You're doing great.
Note that you also get an association worker for one of your partner zoos. You get an association worker here at the reputation track. You get a card upgrade here at the reputation track. You can get an association worker here from placing this cube. So being aware of all those upgrades is important, and getting to them as quickly as you can be a key part of your game.
Are there more of these?
There are. We have chosen a random 4 out of, I believe, 9 in the game box.
All right.
So that will be a little different for every game. All right, we're going to take a quick camera break and set up the game. We're going to have 6 new cards in the display. We get a hand of 8 cards that we choose 4 to start from, and we're going to have 3 base conservation projects and 2 final scoring cards that we will keep secret from each other, and then I will start the game with the first action. And we are going to shuffle our action cards, except for animals. Animals always starts in slot 1, and the other 4 are randomized. So shuffle those up, and we'll see you in a second.
Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
All right, we've done all our setup, and I'm ready to take my first game action. And I will go over final scoring a little bit more in detail. I mentioned that it happens when your appeal marker and your conservation marker reach the same scoring area. That means the conservation band that is in here. If this happens on my turn, the end game is triggered. The other players get another turn.
Okay.
If it happens during a break, everyone gets another turn. And then you check your current score, you check all your end game brown cards that could be sponsor cards and things for your final scores, and your 1 final scoring card that you kept for your final scores. And then you check, usually someone's markers will usually have passed each other, someone's may not have, and this is how you check your final score, which can be positive or negative. You take where your conservation token is, and you take the lowest number, and you subtract that from where your appeal token is.
Okay.
So if my conservation token is here, I take 19 as my base score and subtract it from 29.
It's not the third. Oh, I see.
It's 29. Okay. It's the appeal. So that's 10 points.
Okay.
They're both on the appeal?
No. You take the lowest appeal number in the conservation band you're in. So if I ended up just like this, I'd score 1 point because I take the lowest appeal number and subtract from where my appeal marker is. If Nikki triggered the end game and I ended up right here, I have -2 points because this is my lowest conservation band number and this is my appeal. That's how you calculate your final score, and obviously the highest number wins. And the tiebreaker, should we need one on this gigantic score track, is actually your number of conservation projects supported. So however many cubes right here are missing from the left side of your board.
Okay.
So that's another reason those are important.
All
All right, I'm ready for my first action, and it's going to be Association. So I'm playing my Association power at level 3, and I'm going to place my worker on the level 3 and take the Australia Partner Zoo.
You are moving already.
I am, because I'm going for, so we put out 3 new cards here, and they are based on Australia icons in your zoo and primates in your zoo and habitat diversity. So that's having every continent available or represented in your zoo. So those are end game conditions or scoring conditions that we all are being aware of. And I've done an association action, and I'm moving my cards to the right.
And you are done?
And I am done.
Wow. Okay.
Quick.
I was not.
You better have been ready.
I didn't put myself together correctly yet. Let me get there. Okay. I am going to. Where is my association? Is it 3? Okay. Just to be clear, what action do I choose to get a card from here?
When you get the cards, you can snap right there.
Oh, snap.
And you can also buy from your realm of influence, right? And she's at level 1.
Buying from reputation range is only on all the upgraded sides of the cards, but snap is at cards 5, yes, which is what she's got.
So then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do cards action.
All right.
Move that down. The break goes up 2.
It does.
Unfortunately. And then I'm at level 5. So I draw 3 cards or I snap.
Correct.
So I am going to actually snap and take this first card. I have
dragon?
No, you do not have to
pick. No, I don't, because it's snap. I do not.
All right, and that's your whole turn.
That is my whole turn.
We have that, and we will refill.
And we'll move all those symbols.
Slide.
Wow.
Slide.
That's a lot of prerequisite. To be clear, I may not have been clear on the animal cards. The left side is always prerequisite. The top symbols are the only ones that count for having that symbol in your zoo.
Okay.
Okay, what was the one that came out?
It is a common European adder. It is. It has a interactive effect that we will ignore. So its bonus is. Its bonus is after the current action, perform 1 additional action. And it is a 10 cost reptile that's actually not that expensive, although you need a partner zoo to play it. And it can go in a reptile house, so it doesn't need to.
Okay. I'm in a 5 position, so I will, on my cards, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to draw 3 and discard 1, since there's nothing I really want there. Okay. And that is all. Oh, break 2, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll discard this card right here.
Okay.
All right. I am building. I would love to build a bunch of different buildings, but I can't because my build card is on the blue side. I'm just going to build a level 2 enclosure for 4 money. And my first building must be on the edge of my zoo, but I get to cover some fun bonus. I think I'll go here and cover this X token.
Oh, okay.
So I will take a bonus X token. And then I'll move my card down and I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to do the sponsor action. That's at 5. So I'm playing the Expert in Small Animals. Your cost to play a small animal is reduced by 3. My question that I have is, if I play a small animal that's worth 1, can I put it out for 0
Yes.
cost?
Well, is there an animal that costs 1? It's the cost to actually
And
place
The
them.
money, if there is a money cost that's less than 3, yes.
Yeah.
You're not
I
going to get
doubt
any
it,
money back.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of
right.
think 6 or 7 is probably the lowest animal cost.
Okay.
There's
I think I
also
saw, like, when I was looking at the cards, one very low one, but
this is the immediate effect, which isn't going to happen. But if you had any small animals, you would get 1 appeal immediately for each
Okay.
small animal. But because you don't
I
have any
don't.
yet,
I'm setting up.
and that is everything for your
Yeah.
free sponsor card. So
Yep.
you can shift.
well, I'm going to do association as well. I'm at 4. So I'm going to do the hand limit university. I don't know what that university is, but
It's Hand Limit University.
the Hand Limit
That's where I got my
University.
bachelor's.
Nice.
It also comes with a reputation award.
nice.
So you now go here, and you placed your guy. I am going to place an animal, and it's going to be, all right, it's going to be this. Because, oh no, I can't play that one. Don't. It's going to be this one instead. It is a platypus.
Is he duck-billed?
You know, it doesn't say, but I
It
think
looks
that's the
very
only kind.
duck-billed.
Are there non-duck-billed platypus? Platypi? Platypodes?
Probably.
All right, so he goes in a level 2 enclosure, which I have. It must be next to water, which it is. It costs 10, but it goes down to 7 because I have the Australia Partner Zoo. So I need 13 change, please. We're ignoring the Venom ability because we're playing the simpler, non-interactive game. So I also get an X token for the bonus, which is the blue band bonus. And he gives my zoo 4 appeal. Yes, 4. And I will flip this enclosure because it is now occupied by a platypode.
And you don't put a cube on those?
Only on the petting zoo and the other ones that you need to track how full they are. And I can only play 1 because this is at power 3, and I paid for it, and I got the appeal, and I am done.
Okay. I'm gonna actually, well, sure. No, I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build 1. I'm going to build a 1 well, it seems kind of silly to do a 1 enclosure at the start of the game. I'm gonna do a 1 enclosure.
Hey, why not?
Why not?
If you got something that fits in it.
So that costs me 2. And a 1 enclosure, please. Thank you.
Gotta be on the edge.
It's on the edge. It's going on the edge. It's going to go right here, and I'm going to cover up my little graduation hat. So I go up 2. I am blue.
Where are you?
1, 2. And that's my turn. Move in the building. Boop.
Cool. I'm going to do my sponsors action. It's at 4. I'm going to do the engineer. Each time you build at least 1 building with a build action, you may build exactly 1 more of the same kind, except for special enclosures at the normal cost. And I gain 5 appeal when the map is completely covered. So it's like it would be 12 if I'm able to get there. I mean, maybe I get there with something
even without
like that.
That's a really good power.
Yeah. And that is that. That goes down, sponsors goes down to the bottom. But you can see I saved my build action to do that.
Yeah.
So I can maybe build
No,
a
that's
couple
great.
structures right off the bat.
I'm going to do cards action, so break 2. Am I going to boost it to snap, or am I going to draw?
Is there something you really want?
There's a couple that I like, but I also already have 3. I don't know if 5 is good to have or not, since the break is sort of coming up. I'll just draw. I'll just take my luck. I get to just draw 2 and keep them. Live with my luck. I'm done.
Living with my luck. I'm doing the association action. Going, here and taking the Europe.
Europa?
Partner zoo.
Partner zoo, and that is my turn.
Partners? Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm going to build. So, I have a lot of small animals. I wish I had this small animal zoo guy. Or whatever I think that was a conservation card. That would have been fun. Well, build the 1. Cost me 2. Throwing money around, but not enough. And I'll put it here where I get 5.
Yeah.
And then I get to build another one, another 1 spot 1.
Do you have an animal in it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
right.
not yet.
She's right. Flip it to the empty side.
And then I get another one, which I will put.
Nice, though.
Right here. And then that will cost me 2.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
And I'm going to build. I'm going to pay 4 for another 2 enclosure. Actually, yeah, and then can I have a 10 back? I'm going to cover my $10 space. And I'm going to place that right here. And I'll move my build card down here. I'm done.
Okay. I am, well, this is kind of a less than great. I'm going to do animals. I'm in the 5 spot, but I can only build 1.
Yeah.
So, I'm building this little guy.
Oh, he's cool.
He is cool. He's another Europe icon, lizardy thing. He's 8.
So you pay 5
So I pay 5
because of that.
because of this one. And is it considered a small animal?
Oh, it also is it right? It's a 1, yes. So you actually only pay 2.
So I pay 2.
She needs $3 more back.
Okay.
Okay.
And you flip that enclosure that's next to water,
All right.
and
And
you get 3 appeal.
3 appeal. I am blue.
Why are you
1,
blue?
2, 3. Right next to you.
And
And then my little special is you may sell up to 2 cards from your hand for 4 coins each.
that's kind of cool. I would love to do that.
So that's an
have a lot of
always,
cards in
right?
No, it's immediately right now
Immediately.
when you play the card, and that's it.
You may sell up to 2 cards from your hand. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm
Yeah.
not quite. It's fantastic, but I don't
But
have.
you don't
Yeah,
you don't
it's-
quite
Yeah,
love it right now.
it's
All
not.
right.
But I got an animal in there, and that's good. And I got another one of these icons, and that's
and
good
it was
for
real
me
cheap.
also. Yes, and it was very inexpensive. By the way, that is a Chinese water dragon.
Yeah, that's when we said it when she pulled it off the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when I snapped.
Yep. So I'm going to take the animals action, and because my card's at the power 5, I get to bring in 2 animals. So I'm going to do European pond turtle. It's going to cost me 9, excuse me. Wish it was 3. And that's just going to bring up my appeal by 4.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are at 6 now.
Okay. And then I'm going to do the raccoon.
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 That one is
Raccoony.
11. He's very raccoony.
Hey, what's that white symbol on there? It's a bear.
It's a bear.
bear.
It's
Okay.
another animal type.
All right. Why is it white?
I don't know why raccoons count.
Okay.
as that. I guess because it can appear with other symbols, and
Okay.
there are some other cards that are like, however many bear symbols you have, do this.
All right.
And I flip those 2 buildings over. And as that goes down.
Okay.
And then how does it work with the association? It says I can move this to 5. Does it just everything slide down if I move it to the 5?
Yeah, it's just the opposite of moving it to 1.
Okay.
If you move it to 1, everything displaced moves to the right. If you move it to 5, everything moves to the left to fill
Okay.
in the gap. Yeah. And that's, of course, optional if you don't want to move a card.
Right.
All right. You guys all did animals, but I'm going to do that next turn. I'm going to do sponsors, I think. I'm going to play sponsors for 5 power and play native seabirds. This is one of those ones that's max 25, so I would not be able to play it once my appeal is over 25.
I wonder why.
Okay.
Because it could actually, this one is based on how many water spaces I've connected. So I think it would be too good late in the game. And it's actually just sort of meant to be a light. It's just getting me 3 appeal for connecting 3 water spaces. So it's not that great.
Because you got a pretty water-based park.
Because I got some water spots for the birds to swim in. So I get 1, 2, 3 appeal.
Birdies.
And at the end of the game, it gives me a conservation point for every 2 isolated water spaces, meaning every 2 water spaces that I did not fill. But that's sort of counterintuitive because then I would not get the 7 for filling in the entire park, right?
Oh.
So I sort of have an option, right? I can now either not fill my entire zoo and get that, or I can and get the other thing. But that's my entire turn, and I got my 3 appeal for playing that sponsor card.
I am going to do cards.
Break 2.
I am going to snap a card, actually.
Oh, what would you like?
Yes. I would like this primate here.
The Japanese macaque?
Yes. All right.
That's it. You get
That's
the card for free.
my whole turn. And then the blue part will be mine because we're not playing with those.
Move
So,
a card to 1.
Yep.
And I will fill in a new card. It is Talented Communicator sponsorship card. Oh, you get to immediately take an association worker, but you have to have upgraded your sponsor's card
Okay.
to use this card.
Wow.
So it's really good, but you have to have an upgraded action. It also has an end game point on it.
I'm going to take cards. Curds. Takes 2. Okay. And that goes down. And I don't discard any cards, so your
All
turn.
right. My turn's pretty easy. I don't have 2 animals I can play, so I'm not going to boost this to 5. I will play the Lesser Bird of Paradise. It
I thought
costs
that was
me.
a flower.
I know, right?
The bird of
This is the
paradise.
that's,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
greater.
Yes.
That's the real Bird of Paradise.
This is the lesser.
This is the lesser. It cost me 12 because of the Australia Partner Zoo discount. I need
Nice.
8 back, please. I get 5 appeal to 12. And the bonus is a free kiosk or pavilion, which I will place right here to make some money. And I'm flipping the enclosure. Unfortunately, it's a size 1 animal that I'm using a size 2 enclosure
We already
on.
moved it.
But
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
live with that.
Sure.
And that's my turn. I place the 1 animal.
Okay, I'm going to build. Move the card down. I'm going to build a. Is there a 3 enclosure other
There
than
certainly
the?
is. They're all the same size. They're listed here on your map.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So it is a
3.
little triangle.
So that's going to cost me 2,
6.
6
Monies.
Let's pay for it first, then I will place it. Here is a 6. And I need to be there and there. Oh, good spot. Fantastic.
Did you cover any bonuses? No.
I did not.
Okay.
Okay, that was my turn.
Okay. I guess I'll take the sponsors. So I'm going to gain 4. Goes to here. I gain an X. I get 4, which would be 5 if I put that back. I guess that's the end of my turn.
And then you got your X token already, and we processed the break. Discard down to 3 cards, or 5 if you're Lincoln, for your card hand university.
The pain. Am I the only
I
one?
have 3. I got lucky.
No! I have my deck
You have got the perfect 4 cards.
where I want it to
Yeah.
be. Okay. Ugh. I will get rid of this one.
All right.
Sorry.
That's all right.
We discard any temporary tokens. There are none out here. We reset the association board, put out new zoos and new universities, as well as taking back our workers.
You are red.
And I am red.
I am blue. You are yellow.
We discard these first 2 cards and slide the rest down. Putting out Global Breeding Program.
Ooh.
That is a cute little hippopotamus. Oh, this one lets you This is a pretty good one. You need have 2 partner zoos to play it, but you get 2 essentially wild tokens here that qualify for these types of things. So
Nice.
like you could take the 5 award if you only had 4, Australia symbols. And a geological. This is a conservation project. So
Okay, up here.
again, you play this, but you have to have qualified for it and put a cube on it to put it up there.
That's
and this one is
mountains.
based on rocks,
Rocks.
symbols on your cards, which looks like none of us have actually
No.
played it. We've all played water, but no rocks so far.
We have no rock.
We don't rock. We are swimmers. All right, and now we take income. Let's start with Lincoln since he started the break. He's at 12 money on this track. No kiosks, no sponsorship income, no cube income. So 12. This is
No
gonna
little purple hands on your cards.
be, right. They would mostly be on
Okay.
sponsors and
All right.
It's going to be real simple for now. It gets more complicated as the game goes on. I
Sure.
get 13, 15 because I have a kiosk that collects $2. And Nikki gets
Yeah, 9.
No kiosks, no cards.
No.
Okay. Yes. Take 1 and give her 10. That's income. It's pretty simple
Thank
the first
you.
couple times. And then the 6th thing is this goes back to the coffee cup start place. I'm going to do a cards action.
Maybe the break.
Thank you. Good call. And I will just draw 2 cards because none of these are that
Exciting yet.
amazing to take yet right now. Yep.
It's a Bolivian red howler.
I mean, hey, I'm into this communication guy. I just don't have the upgraded card to take him yet.
Yeah.
Communication guy.
Don't mock communication guy. All right.
Are you done?
Sorry. I took my 2 cards. I don't have to discard. I am done.
Okay. I am going to get an animal here. I am at level 3, so it's only 1 animal. I am going to do the Japanese macaque. Macaque? He is 18, but I get a 3 discount, correct?
Correct.
So
15. He's not a small animal.
I need to give you 2 10s. I don't have enough ones. All right.
All right.
And then let me turn over my enclosure. He is now in here. He is by water, which is his little thing.
Requirement, yep.
Requirement. Oh, that was the other requirement.
Sure.
I had
we know
one
you
of
have
those.
Asia, of course.
And then I'm doing the blue because
Yeah.
this is an interactive. So I get to just draw 2 cards, and I go 7 up the
7
track.
appeal.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Right in between.
Right in between.
Nice,
All right.
comfy family.
Nice.
All right. And that's also a primate for the
For
primates
the primate.
bonus card.
That
there.
is.
All right. You wanted that to be a secret. All right.
It's okay.
Move your animals card down to number 1. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to notice
No,
that part.
I know.
Yeah.
Even though it's all out there
Yeah.
for you to look at. Oh, we didn't
Oh, that's right.
fill.
Yep, I did the.
How can I send my child to Hand
Hard.
Limit University?
I
Yeah.
know. That's an
University.
important one
I
to
know.
have.
Well, I think I'm going to do the association. I think I wanted zoo association, so I'm going to take a European one. And that is my turn. I didn't slide it down, but I will now. I'm knocking all my other things around.
I am going to association for, well, my association's a power 5. I guess I'm going to do it. I am going to go to power 5 and place a cube on the Australia card. Even
Nice.
though I could get to the higher levels, I want to do it now.
Here, okay?
Yes, so I think I'm going to do the snap one.
Okay.
So first of all,
Level 2.
I get 2 conservation points, which lets me upgrade a card or take an association worker. I think I'm going to take the association worker. And
From the bottom.
thank you. I love to do that from the top. It's just
No.
so close and easy. And I also get to snap a card because that's the reward right here. So I'm going to snap this Global Breeding
Of
Program
course.
card shifts this down. This goes here. And my association. That is a greater rhea,
Okay.
which is a 5 appeal bird. It's just a very, very plain American bird. No huge bonuses or anything. And I'm done.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
I have a sponsor card that allows me, supposedly, to play one of the special enclosure tiles.
Yes.
But I am not upgraded on my build action.
I don't think it's related to that.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
matter.
not,
It's
so
just
I can
part of the
build it
sponsor
now.
card. It just happens with the sponsor card because it's on the sponsor card.
All right. Then that will be my turn right now.
Do it.
I am playing this sponsor card. It is
Do
a sea turtle tank. It lets me immediately do the sea turtle special.
It does. And it has no prerequisites.
No prerequisites. And then each time I play a reptile icon to my zoo, you may sell up to 2 cards from your hand for 4 each.
Ooh.
Okay? And then I get to place.
It has to go next to water. That's
this
that's
near water.
I think I see a really nice spot
There's
for
a
it.
really nice spot right here, if I can rotate it correctly. No, that's over
I
rocks.
thought you were going to put it between those two.
Oh yeah, these two. That's a nice.
That's a nice spot, right?
And I gain an
You get an
X
X.
for covering that up. An X. Okay.
And move your sponsor card.
And then I am done. That was my turn.
Okay, I'm going to build. And I'm going to build a 2, which cost me 4. And I'll build it here. And I'll remember to slide something down to 1 if I would like. And then I'm going to build a second one because of my engineers.
Oh, yeah.
It'll also cost me 4.
That's such a good card. I love it. I wish I had it.
What do I need on my stuff? I'll build here. That will give me 10. Okay, and that's 4 for that building. And that is my turn.
I will also build. I am going to build a regular size 5 enclosure.
Wow, that's big.
I know. And I'm going to put it down here, I think. It's going to cover an X token and a card draw. It can either go next to water or rock. Let me check something. I don't need either one of those, so I suppose it will go. I guess it doesn't matter. I need an X token, please. And I get to draw a card, which can be from the deck or it can be this one because that's my reputation range. I guess I'll just take from the deck because, well, that is a primate for the primate thing. I'll take this guy.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it costs an extra $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than a random card. Here's $1.
Oh, for
Okay.
me? Thank you.
No, not for you.
Okay.
I took all my stuff. I got my X token. Yeah, you can shift those down. I'll
Sure.
move my cards.
Going down.
And the new card is a white stork. He's pretty
Okay.
cheap. He's from Europe. And he comes with one of these ×2 multipliers.
Oh, well, that's not
so
bad.
he lets you do a double action at some later point.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to take my association action, go to number 4 here, take the card limit 1, and then I move 1 up on the reputation.
Yep.
That is
Wow.
my turn.
Okay.
I am reputationless.
Well,
So far,
you're small, Sue. It takes time. Gaining trust.
I'm going to do the animals action. I'm going to bring in the scarlet macaw. It does not actually go in the bird pavilion, even though it would be fun.
It doesn't get along.
It's posturing 3
it's a
anyway.
cranky
So
bird.
it's going to be 16, which is expensive. And it says I can do up to 3 times. I can place 1 free kiosk or pavilion. I absolutely should take advantage of that.
That's great. Yeah. Well, flip an enclosure, and
I'm going to do this one here.
you are yellow for 4 appeal.
Yep.
And yeah, 3 kiosks or pavilions for free, and that obviously breaks the normal build rules. You can build 3 of the same thing if you want.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously the kiosks have to
Right.
still be spaced
Right.
out in the normal.
Well, I want to put that here.
That's a great spot for one.
And then I'm going to put another one here in the hopes that that will become occupado.
You would think.
And then I will do pavilion and draw a card.
And a pavilion is 1 appeal.
Oh, yeah.
And I can either take one from the deck or one of the ones that are available there.
With 1 or 2 extra money cost.
Right. I'll pay 2 to take that one. And I don't think I'm going to take that action to slide a card to number 1.
All right.
Yeah, I think that card is great. It's basically like a whole extra turn when you play it.
Yeah,
And our new card, did you shift your cards for the turn?
I did not.
We have King Vulture in slot 6. You need 3 birds already in your zoo to play him. And he's got a cool scavenging the discard pile.
Ooh.
Oh, and it's my turn. I got to figure out what to do. I'm going to play Association again because I have another Association worker. I'm going to boost it to power 3 with my X token. And I'm going to take another Partner Zoo, which will be this orangey America's one. And I get to upgrade a card for covering that yellow pentagon. And I am going to upgrade...
Upgrade.
I think I'm going to upgrade Association, even though it's moving down to slot 1, and I won't be able to use it for a while. And I am done.
All right. I was going to, I don't have any more little places for my animals, so I have to build this turn. It is in number 4. I would like to build a, do I even have the money for it, a 3 enclosure?
You do have the money for that.
Yes, I do. So I will build a 3 enclosure. That's going to cost me 6. 5,
That's
6. Let me make sure my thing doesn't have any requirements. It does not. And this is going to cover up the drawing card either from here or from the thing.
All right.
Unfortunately, there's nothing there that I
Nothing
personally
looks good.
can make
Just
work
take one
for
from the
me
top.
from my range.
Sure.
Somewhere over here, maybe.
These look good, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to take a card from the deck.
There we go. Done. Let me slide my stuff around.
And I think I'm going to take the sponsor action, which just gives me 4 coins, moves this up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let me take the 4 coins. I'll just make that 5. And it is your turn, Aaron.
I'm also going to do a sponsor action. It's at power 5, but I only need 4.
Oh, you're not doing that.
No, not that one, sorry. I'm playing the card. I have a global breeding program, needs 2 partner zoos. So this one, I put 2 cubes on it, and they're only good for the base conservation, not the cards at the top of the board there. They're only good for these starting ones.
Oh, okay.
But they're essentially wild cubes, so like if with 1 primate, I could play on the 2 primate square
Right.
And get it.
and get the award
Yeah.
there. And it also gives me end game points for, if I have 5 projects supported, I get an end game conservation point. And that is my turn.
Okay. Everything I want to do does not work out money-wise
Do not qualify.
for me.
Do not pass zoo.
How many cards do I have? 4. I could do a card snap action. Do I really? The cards here right now are not anything I'm interested
Yeah.
in.
There's no clear the board action.
Yeah, that would be nice. Darn it. What was the weird pass action? You take an
Take
X?
an X and then shift one of your cards as if you used it.
Ugh, that just doesn't help me at all.
I mean, well, you're low on money. I was going to say you could always build something because it fills up your board.
Right. I'm going to just, know what? Just move the break, 1, 2. I'm doing the card action. And then I'm at 5, and instead of taking a snap, I'm going to do the draw 3 and discard 1.
Okay. You can, are you taking all from the deck or do you want to?
I want to draw all from the deck.
All from the deck.
I'm not having good luck doing it that way either. That's why I wanted this
Sometimes
to be pretty.
you just have to draw from the deck.
So let's see here. Not bad. Oh, you're kidding me. Hey, look at that guy.
Look at that guy.
I want to keep all of those. Actually, that one's pretty bad. We will discard this one. Does not work for me. Done. Shifting cards.
I'm going to take the animals action, and I'm going to do the common European adder that I had picked up the last time.
Yeah.
And that has, I have a European, I have a European Zoo Association, so that will reduce 3, so it's 7. And that gives me 2 appeal.
Yep.
And then let me shift this. And then for my bonus action, granted to me by the common European adder,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take cards, which bumps the break down 2.
Yep.
I draw 3,
Nice.
or snap.
Or snap.
So I want to
Snapdragon.
snap anything.
If you draw 3, you also have to discard 1, which is maybe not great. Maybe it's fantastic.
Or maybe it's great because you have this card that you're
Yeah.
never going to play.
Right.
Well, the downer is we're definitely getting close to
We
this.
are getting very close to
So I think that's
that.
going to happen. And I don't know that I want to take 3. Well, actually 2. It means I dump 1 ultimately. I'll take the talented communicator.
Yeah, he seems
What does
pretty
he
good.
do?
He gives you one of these workers, but you have to have upgraded this sponsor
That's nice, though.
card. Yeah, I was actually getting ready to try and take that. And we have a breeding program in spot 6. It's the same thing.
As the hippos you got.
The only difference is you need 2 research instead of 2 partner zoos to play it.
Oh.
So,
Same thing, 2
same
cubes
thing,
on it
2
and all
cubes
that?
on it, and it's only for the base conservation projects. You really don't want to let me get both of those, or else I'm going to get like super high levels of all of that.
Yeah, that's
Although I don't,
crazy talk.
None of us have any research
I
microscopes
don't.
yet, right?
Well, there's been nothing, at least for me.
I mean, they're on those universities, but yeah,
Sure.
me either. There hasn't been
there
any
have
cards
been
that
more
have them.
important things.
All right. Well, I don't want to take cards because I'm already over my hand limit, and it would force the break. And that animal is super expensive, so I'm going to build some buildios.
What are buildios?
They're like buildings. You put animals in.
Oh, okay. They're patios for
Don't
animals.
question my languages. I'm going to build a level 3 enclosure. It cost me 6. All that matters is what I cover. And it's not going to be that, and it's not going to be that. I might not cover anything. No, I'm going to go here and cover up this card draw. Even though I just said card draw is the thing I don't want to do. Let's see. We got Golden
insane.
Eagle. Oh yeah, that's huge, crazy. This one's
20,
pretty
yeah.
cheap.
Draw 1 card from the deck.
And then there's the Yeah, they're all terrible. I think I'm not going to cover anything just because I literally don't want to get a card right now. I paid, I built, I'm done. Because I'm going to have to discard at the break.
Okay.
All right.
Sponsor action. And I'm going to play an X on it to up it to 5.
Nice.
Yeah, you can take that. I am playing the free-range New World monkeys.
That sounds pretty fun.
It is, and it looks like a fun monkey.
He does.
All right, so my immediate, and it's a play under the 25 mark, so I want to get it out. Gain 1 for each connected space with a placement bonus. What does that mean?
So it's kind of showing you here on the little icon. It's like connected means you've built next to it. So you have 2 of those right here.
Oh, okay.
So you're getting 2 appeal.
Nice.
To 13.
And then an end thing.
You can earn a conservation point for every 2 isolated spaces with a placement bonus. So kind of like my thing, it's you either fill it all in and get your 7 appeal, or you get a conservation point for every 2. Isolated means there's nothing next to it. You didn't build anything next to it. So like if you built all this and left these 2 isolated, you get a conservation point.
Okay.
Or if you built everything but next to those 2.
So it's the ones with these icons on them.
Correct.
Okay.
And they have to have nothing built next to them.
Sweet. But he gets me another
primate icon.
Primate.
That's actually pretty good.
Dude, that was my whole turn.
Okay, I'm going to take the sponsors action. I don't have anything to play because I can't do it yet, but that puts us to here.
Wow.
Take another one of these for me. I gain 3 income.
And
that is that.
I think I was going to have to do that if you didn't. I needed the money as well. All right, that's the turn. Oh, discarding. I'm going to have to do some. I'm going to discard that.
5. That's why I also played that one. I
I've
figured
gotta
we were
keep
there.
that.
I have 5, and I got the universe.
I have 6, and I have to discard 3.
Oh my gosh. That's painful.
It kind of is, but at least one of them was really obvious.
Like, this one's got to go.
Like, yeah, that one is just... has been sitting in my can since the beginning of the game and requires a million microscopes.
Yeah.
So it was not really a great choice.
I haven't seen a lot of cards that have additional microscopes
Me either.
here.
Well,
because you can only do 3.
Several of them are from that. I mean, 3 is going to cover most of them, really. And maybe we just haven't drawn the sponsorship cards that have them.
There's got to be, right?
Yeah, they do. They do. Part of this game is just which cards come out. Well, I can only keep one of these, and that one I can't play, and that one I can't play yet. So there you go. All right, everyone's good with their hand. No one's got any tokens to discard. Reset the board. Put out the zoos and universities.
You get 2 guys back. 1.
Clear 2 cards from the front. And we put out a cheetah.
Ooh.
His sprint ability is draw 3 cards from the deck at the end of when you play him, and a broad-snouted caiman, which snaps 1 card from the display.
Oh. Like immediately?
And that's his bonus for playing him, yeah.
All right.
And that was this. And now income, Lincoln triggered it again. He's at 16 money plus kiosks. This one has 3 full buildings next to it for 19, and that one's 20. So 1 more. So 20 total. No sponsorship income, no cube income. I have 13, 14, 15. Plus I get to snap a card now as an income. So the stork has a build multiplier, which I kind of like. This breeding program I already said would be really good, but I don't have the microscopes for it. And the cheetah is, I think I'm going to take the stork.
Okay.
If there comes a time when multiple players have snap as part of their income, you go in turn order from the person who triggered the break. So like Lincoln would get to snap a card, then I would, then you would, and only then would we refill this display if we were all snapping cards. All right, Nikki gets $14, no kiosks.
Nothing
here, nothing
just
else.
14.
Yeah. All right. That was income, and then this goes back to 3.
And what were the 2 new ones?
We did this one. There was only one new one because I snapped. Rhesus Monkey Park. It's a sponsorship card that places this 4-shaped building, and it's every time you play a primate icon, because we're trying to play primate icons, you get an X token.
That's messy.
It also is a primate icon on its own. So I didn't make this clear. If you play a card like this that says, every time you play a primate, you get $1, this counts for that. So the card, the icon on the card always counts for things like that. So you would get one immediately when you play that card. And I think Lincoln has made it my turn, so I need to do something. I will play 2 animals, I think. I think I can afford this. The Bolivian Red Howler. I do get a discount, so he only costs 9. He needs to go in a size 3 enclosure, so I'll flip that.
He needs some space.
He's a big monkey. Look at it. Look at his nice orange coat. He's beautiful.
Big primate.
He is a primate. He gives me 6 appeal. And this one says boost cards after finishing the current action. So that means I need to finish my whole action and then I get to put my cards on 1 or 5. So I'm going to wait until I play my second animal, which is the stork I just snapped. He can go in space 4 or a bird aviary, which I obviously don't have yet. I need to pay $9 full for him because I don't have a Europe zoo. He takes size 4, so I'm going to flip my 5 enclosure. Thank you. And he gives me 4 appeal. And I get a ×2 multiplier on my build card, which is unfortunately down here. So now that I'm done, I move animals to 1, and I'm done, but then I'll take the bonus from the Howler, and I will move cards down to 1, because I don't need to draw a big hand of cards right now, I think. And that's that. And I'm poor again.
All right. I'm going to do my association action. And I am going to go here, take this university, which is going to let me upgrade a card.
Right.
I wanted to upgrade my build. And then I can move 2 up this track. 1, 2. That gets me to 6 and gets me
upgrades another card.
Another upgrade. What was the back of this? No, I'm gonna upgrade cards. Cards card.
I'm scared. She upgraded 2 cards at once.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
One from the university here and one from the reputation jump here.
Right. That's it. I was hoping I could snatch something, but I can't. Snap.
Move your association card down to 1.
Right. So this all goes this way. That is my turn.
Okay, I'm going to do the association. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do the sea cave.
Oh.
That allows me to release 1 reptile into the wild. And I'm going to put this common European adder. It's going to bump me back, unfortunately, on my on my appeal
by 2.
Yep. And it is only worth 2. It's only worth 1, so it's below 2. So I get to take 1 cube. You know, I didn't actually flip this.
Okay.
Right, because you had 4 animals.
Because I had 4 animals, but you know, I'm going to flip this one, which I suppose I am required to do.
You are when you release an animal. You must, by the way, you flip the smallest possible enclosure that qualifies. If it goes in the reptile house or the bird aviary or the petting zoo, you must take a cube out of there. But otherwise, you never have to keep track of exactly which animal is where. It doesn't really matter.
And I'm going to take the snap one to put on here.
Okay.
I get to bump up 3. 1, 2, 3.
And 1 on your reputation.
Yeah, my reputation. That's cool too. And then...
And you get to immediately snap a card.
I do get to snap a card. Is there anything that I particularly would like?
That is the question.
I'm going to take the breeding program.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I was getting all lined up to take that one.
Yeah.
It's got a little turtle on it.
I
really
know.
Cute.
Look, that's why I was going
Speaking
to
of
take
cute,
it.
look at this little red panda guy on Waza Small Animals program.
Nice.
That one is when you play only small animals with the animals action, you get to play another small animal and then take a small animal from the display.
Okay.
Yeah. And you get money for the small animals you already have when you play it. So Lincoln's got all small animals. You have 1 small animal, and I have 2 small animals.
And then for my upgrade, I'm going to flip my sponsors card.
Okay.
And then I slide all this down. Or, yeah, slide this forward. Okay, Aaron, it's your turn.
All right, I'm also doing association at power 5. So here's my worker. He's going to go to power 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to place this cube on the habitat diversity card.
Okay.
The middle
4.
thing. Yeah, the middle one. I have Australia and Americas and Europe, and then this counts as my wild 4th continent, so I get that middle spot. And I'm taking that. I get $5 immediately and on future incomes. And I get a choice here, so I'm going to take 3 cards. I can take this one, but I don't particularly care for it. I'm going to take 3 cards off the top of the deck. And I'm going to make a donation for 2 money in addition, because I have the upgraded, association card.
Okay.
And that's 1 more conservation. Thank you. And I'll move my association down, and I am done.
I am going to actually do the card action. So that moves the break up 2.
Okay.
And then I'm in location, I'm at 3. I'm actually going to snap a card.
Yeah, upgraded card ability.
Yeah, but trying to decide between which, there's 2 of them I kind of like up there.
There's some good stuff.
Yeah. I think I need to take the monkey one.
This one?
Yeah.
Your new card, Ong Thong National Park. This is releasing animals with an Asia icon.
Oh.
Does anyone have that? I do not have
I
Asias.
do. I have 2,
You have 2.
but I was working with them for different
reasons. The bigger they are, the
reasons.
more conservation points they get you. So you have a 3, you could get 4 conservation points for releasing it.
Okay, that was it.
All right. Yep, you snapped.
I did.
So I'm going to build a 3 for sure. And I'll do that right here. It's going to cost me 6. 14. Make that 15 so it's a little easier.
Yep.
And then I will build another 3, might as well. For
You
another
got the
6.
money for all that?
Look at his money. He's rich.
Well, not rich.
I mean, compared to me.
And I covered 2 on my reputation.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I get to upgrade a card.
Something.
I'll upgrade my association. Wait, what do I need first? Probably need build, because, I got rid of a reptile. Darn it.
Unless you got birds going on.
Burbs.
You'd need it flipped for birds. But you also, need to flip it to get higher on this track.
And so I'll upgrade my association, and that is the end of my turn.
I will do sponsors at power 5. And I have a 5. She's the expert on Australia.
Okay.
So, every time I play an Australia icon into my zoo, I may place, including this card has an Australia icon onto it, I may place a card from my hand under this card to gain 2 appeal. That is called the pouch ability. Apparently she's a kangaroo, not a human being. So I get 2 appeal. Also, immediately when I play this card, I get 1 appeal for every Australia icon I have.
Sweet.
Which is 4 more. And that moves sponsors down to 1. But that's it. She's no end game points or anything. She just makes appeals. And I am done.
I'm going to build. I'm going to bump it to 5 so I can build a reptile house.
Yeah.
So here's 10.
Here, give me the X2.
Oh, yeah. I just put it on there to show that it was bumped.
Here you go.
Reptile house. Can I make it fit there? Well, I should say legally make it fit there.
Right.
No, but I want my reptile house near
Stone.
water.
Near water.
Does that work?
She does have. Oh, she's got a thing that can go right in it if it's near water.
Right. Is this considered part of?
Nope.
No, only what's printed
Only-
on the board.
Well, that's
Is
interesting.
that
I wonder.
legal?
That's
That's
if you do it
legal.
that way.
Okay.
Yeah. It gives you $10
Those
as well.
almost
And
should
that-
be water and
I know.
rock, right?
But they're
Well,
not.
maybe
they're a
they're-
different symbol.
They're only for that
For
animal.
that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So this is a good one. That gets me near the water. I get 10
Yep. Right
money
back.
for
Yep.
closing it up, and then
And then a card draw,
a card draw.
which can be within your reputation range or from the deck.
Okay.
And
should I do that right now, or should I move the
let's
reptile?
do this first. So
Okay.
the Chinese water dragon, you're going to
Yes.
put in
There.
So
He's
you-
a 0 though. So
That's
does that
okay.
mean no cube?
no
cube.
cube, but you do get to flip over the one space
Okay.
enclosure that you have
That
him in.
is this.
But yeah, he takes up 0 cubes in your reptile house,
All right.
which is kind of nice.
Cost of playing small animals. Just making sure I have all of my association. Each time
Make sure
you play a
don't
reptile.
trigger any powers.
Okay, nothing got triggered there.
And you
I flipped. I
And now you get a
moved
card.
him, but he doesn't do a cube. And then I can draw a card or get a card from the range. I'm
You have to
gonna.
pay.
You do have to pay 1, 2, or 3 if you take from the board.
Oh, I'm not high enough. I kind of wanted
Oh.
that dude. I wanted that dude.
Yeah, you
All right. How about I draw a card then?
Okay.
And okay, then I'm done.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
It's actually hilarious.
That's actually hilarious.
Is it hilarious?
Yes,
It better be.
it sure is.
I'm going to do the sponsors, and I'm going to spend 2 to get it bumped up. And I'm going to do the talented communicator, which allows me to hire another associate.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that is that.
I'm doing my double build action, even though I'm very poor, and it's going to be pretty inefficient. So I am going to build. I'm going to build a kiosk for $2. And I will place that here. Oh, that's too close to that kiosk. But I can put one over here that gets me $5. I need that $5. Well, actually, hold on, I'll tell you what to give me in a second. Because then I can take a second build action with this ×2. And I have a total of $10. And actually, that's pretty good. I need to build something big. So I'm going to spend all my $10.
Okay, to build a 5.
Yep, I need another 5. And that will go here to draw 2 cards. That's the only place it fits because I haven't upgraded my constructions yet. I literally cannot put it anywhere else. I can put it here for 1 card draw. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to put it here for 1 card draw. And I have no money, so I will draw this card. So that was my 2 builds. This moves down here, and I'm done.
Okay. I'm just going to do a build, actually. It's weird. It's going to cost me 2. And I'm just doing a kiosk.
Kiosk.
All right, I'm put it here.
Yep.
And that counts, correct? Because the turtle
it's
enclosure
next
is
to
also a
2.
thing.
It's
Okay,
next
cool.
to 2 live buildings.
So that's my turn.
Okay, I'm going to do the association action. I think I am going to spend 1 of the X's to go to 4. And then I will take the 2 research tile. Lets me upgrade a card. And I'll upgrade my cards. And then that's my turn.
I'm going to take the cards action. I am going to boost it to 5
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and just snap this vulture.
Vulture. That's kind of works with the vulture and all.
Does it? I
Yes.
don't know.
They snap.
Do they? Oh, okay. Well, I snapped him before he gets snappy. All right, we've got Eurasian brown bear.
Okay.
He's 20 money. He puts a multiplier on your association card, and he hires an association worker, full-throated ability. So he needs a 5 next to water, and he has 8 appeal. He's very expensive. And you need to have upgraded your animals card. Boy, he has a lot of prerequisites.
Oh my goodness.
He's very, very needy.
All right.
He's not needy. He's just it takes technique.
You gotta
Gotta
know
have
how to
skills.
care for him. Yeah. All right, Nikki.
Okay, I'm gonna do the animals. Got to fill up that reptile cage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not do break 2. That was the first part of cards.
Sorry.
My bad.
Okay, it's a kimono dragon. He is 14, but, and I do have the prerequisites. I have a
So that's
discount,
11.
so it's 11. Here you go. Can I get 4 back? Thank you. He takes up 2 spaces
In your reptile
my
house.
reptile
Yeah.
house. And I gain 1 appeal for each Asian icon in all zoos.
So
Oh, all.
Yeah.
Okay.
you have 4. I have 0.
I have 0.
So you get 4 plus the 2 on his card
Yeah.
is 6. You also can sell a card from your hand because you played a reptile
I played
card
a reptile.
from your sea turtle
For
tank.
4.
Yep.
I will do 2 and get 8.
Give me 2.
Okay.
There you
For a
go.
10. That was my turn. I cannot build another animal. Well,
No, you can't. You're not
Well,
building.
you could because you just got $10.
robot.
Do you have anything that costs $12 or less?
No. No. By $1.
Oh.
By $1.
I'm going to do the sloth bear.
Sloth bear.
Cost 14, which is everything I have.
Oh.
It is Asia. Unfortunately, 1 turn after you did
Ah,
yours.
nice.
And then I will put it in this enclosure here, I guess. Does it need anything? No.
No. Okay.
And then that gives me 6 appeal.
6. Okay.
And there we go. That goes back. And then I can bump my association up to 5 or to 1.
That's an after action boost.
Yep, that was from this here.
Where is associated?
It's at 2. I'm going to put it over here.
I bet you're going to put it to 5, yep.
Okay.
All right. Speaking of association, mine is at 4, and I'm going to go to
The card
5-hand
limit?
university.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes total sense.
Yeah, I got to do it. And that gets me my first reputation move of the entire game.
All right.
Yay, look at me. My little zoo is going places. All right. And I do not have the money to make a donation. However, I do know that's an option. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Good night.
I wish I could do it. Love to have the money.
I'm going to play the sponsor action. I'm going to play the Rhesus Monkey Park. Each time you play a primate icon into your zoo, you gain 1 X token.
Nice.
Thank you. Are there monkeys that need to be around water? I do have 1 monkey that needs to be. Oh, I'm not moving anything. That's
You're
not
not
that
moving
kind of
anything,
thing.
no.
Okay, so I think it's going to fit up here.
Nice.
That gives me
yeah.
an X and $5 for
Yep,
covering
5.
that.
5
Thank you.
income.
And my X. And I don't think there's anything else that goes on with that right now.
There is not. Although you played a primate, doesn't that give you something? No, I guess it doesn't.
No, this is immediate, and that's end game.
And that's reptile.
And that's
Okay.
reptile, and this is small animals, which hasn't worked out for me this time.
It is also, though, it's
Yes,
a primate,
it is.
so you've got 3
I do.
for the other
The
thing
next
over
step
there.
is 4, though, so
Yeah.
I need to get another primate.
Did someone take the first one?
No,
or you can
someone
take the
uses
2.
2.
But
Well,
yeah.
I'm working.
Gotcha. You're working towards the 4.
Okay, that was my turn. So sponsors goes to 1.
Oh, and you get an X token right now because of this. When you play a primate token, you count this one on the card.
See, I was only because I covered that.
I knew there
so
was
that
something.
was it. I was thinking.
I knew there was
Okay.
something.
2
All right.
X's.
I'm going to take cards.
Man, that break token has not moved a lot. We are all having a lot of cards and not moving it along.
I could take 3 and discard 1, or I can snap a card. I kind of feel like I'm not seeing a lot of small animals, and I would like another one, so I will snap that one. And that is my turn.
New card, Bamboo Forest.
Oh.
This is release herbivores into the
Hey,
wild.
does anybody got herbivores
Does
going
anybody?
on?
I have one. I've got platypus herbivore, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Interesting.
It's very expensive, but maybe I'll be able to do that eventually. Well, all right, I'm going to try something crazy.
Crazy.
I'm going to play my sponsors card with 6 power to hit the break. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh.
5, 6. I get one of those right back, and I get 6 money,
Okay.
and that's my turn, and then we go to the break.
All right.
Them's the breaks.
That's just the best thing I can do. All right. I believe we're all at 5 hand limit now, so I don't have to discard. Probably no one does.
I only have 3 cards, so.
No one's got a ×2 on their cards. Clear the board. Looks like no one took zoos, so we just put universities back.
Okay, red and red.
Thank you.
Yellow and yellow.
Thank you.
Okay, income. I'm sorry, nope, cards are first. These 2 go away. Oh, somebody wanted that
I
Cayman.
surely did.
I messed it up for you.
Goodbye. But there was something on there that made me go, oh my goodness.
We have a frilled lizard. He draws a card from the deck. He can go in a reptile house and a rock monitor. 2 lizards that like rocks and can go in reptile houses. And reptiles are able to be released up there.
Yes.
All right.
Release the reptiles.
My income is first. I'm at $19, $20, $22, $27, and a snapped card. I think I'm going to snap that Bamboo Forest.
Where'd that go? Oh, up
It
there.
moved to here. That small animals card is real good for Lincoln.
This one? Or that?
Yeah, but I'm not going to steal it from him. And the lizards are good for you. You've got all that reptile house, but I got to take this one. That's the best one for me. Nikki's income is 16. You do now have a kiosk, which makes it 18.
That's it.
Nothing else
Nothing
here.
else,
No cubes.
just 18.
Here's
Two.
2.
Take 2. Thank you.
Lincoln has 17 and no, 18, 19, 20. Nice round 20.
No,
and
I
then-
have 1. Do these
Oh,
not
21.
count?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't see that double. 21. Nice round 21. Blackjack, sir. How would you like your winnings? And then you get to snap a card
Yeah, I'll
from what's
take
left
that
there. The small animals one. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we'll put 2 more cards out here. We've got Spotted Hyena Compound. Another thing. Nikki's going to fill up her board pretty soon with these special things. It's when you play a Predator icon, you reveal the topmost X cards of the deck. X equals the number of your Predator icons.
Oh my.
And you take one of your choice and discard the others.
Holy moly.
The Hyena Compound must go next to rocks. And a Savannah, wow, we're getting all the release cards now, which is a Release Predators conservation project.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I triggered that break.
Yes, you did.
That was all the incomes. This goes back here and it's Nikki's turn.
Oh my gosh, there's so many things now.
I know, a lot of new stuff to think about.
All right.
And you got your worker back.
Okay. I would. Where am I? That's so funny. Move the
Nothing
break up too,
All
because
right,
I'm doing
good
the
for you.
cards.
Do some cards.
I'm on power 4. I'm going to snap the Ongfeng National Park release thing. And that is going to be animals with the Asian icon.
Yes.
So-
And are you both have them and I do not. That's going to be your turn taking that,
Yep.
and we'll put out 1 new card. Waza Special Assignment. This is a special sponsorship card, costs 6. You choose either large or small animals, and then you cannot play the other type. So you can only play 2 size or less or 4 size or more animals, and you get an appeal bonus based on the ones that you play from then on. You also get an appeal bonus. You get a 1 free like draw from the deck as well. But it really specializes. Oh, and you need 6 reputation. Sorry, to play it. 6 reputation. Doesn't seem unrealistic to you guys. It seems a lot to me.
Okay.
All right, Lincoln's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do an association, and I will do the. I will go here, and I will take the Americas, which lets me upgrade a card. I will upgrade my build. And then I will do the second one that I have because of my upgraded association, and I will take another 2 bump here. And it's 5, right?
5 for
yeah.
a donation.
Yeah, I'll pay 5. Okay, and take one of these cubes from here, put it on there for the.
This one
yep.
here?
And then I go up 1 for that. And I'm done.
I'm going to build. It's at power 4, but I'm going to build level 2 enclosure for $4. I need 1 change. And I'm going to cover this 2 reputation, get up 2 more reputation. And that's it. For now.
For now.
Well, you know. I do what I can do.
Yeah, hopefully this is going to work. I am getting an animal, so that's that. I'm at level 3, it's 1. I'm going to play the Sun Bear, which is 16, but really only 13.
Yep. He's a little bear. He only goes in a 2 spot.
He's cute. Sun bears are little, I think.
I think they are, yeah.
Okay. So then I go 5 up.
Flip an enclosure that he lives in.
Oh, he lives here.
You do get 5 appeal to 24.
Then the action is after...
First finish your normal card move, then you take
That's
that.
all of it. So I will move this to the beginning of the line, and then his special thing for playing him gets me an association action. So what I want to do is go to the 5 here.
Yeah.
And I would like to do a release on my Anthong National Park, which is release 1 animal with an Asian icon into the wild.
Okay.
I am going to release the bear, so I move down 5.
He just moved in. He just got here. All right.
Everybody...
You move 5 appeal.
He needs to be free.
That's true. He does want to be free. Flip over the enclosure you just put him in.
Yes.
You go back 5 appeal. You get a reputation for playing that card.
And it's going to go... He was only a 2. They're tiny.
Yes.
So I pick from here.
Yes.
I'm going to get another association person.
Yes.
So that's immediate from the bottom.
From the bottom. I always want to take it from the top.
And I put it here. I get 3.
Cool.
And then I get the 1 reputation you just gave to me.
I gave you that one. Now you get a card upgrade or another worker.
Another worker. Yeah, another worker.
All right.
Okay.
And do you want to donate for $5 for another conservation point?
Not right now.
Okay. Move your association card down because you took that action.
Oh, I take it even when it was
You did the
that?
action at power
Okay.
5, and just like you triggered a whole turn.
Okay, and the sun bear goes in the discard, and that snake.
Oh, I didn't do
yeah,
mine either.
Whatever.
Slide
Probably
that
just
few
trying
down.
to move.
There are very few search the discard pile actions.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'm going to do the animals. And I will bring in the Greater Rhea
What is that? Oh,
And yeah, it's like an ostrich or something.
that was
or-
one of the ones from here.
Yeah.
And it's going to cost me 9, which is great because I have the North America Association with the North American Zoo. I guess that's San Diego. I gain 5 on my appeal.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I draw 1 card from here.
And you flip an
Sprint
enclosure
1.
that it fits in.
And then I put this, I'll put this here, and I'll flip. It's a 2, so it's going to be need to be in the 3. And it's your turn, Aaron.
I am doing association. I am boosting it to 4 to take a university.
Which one? 5?
The double hat.
Okay.
No, I already have the 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
The double hat? Oh, you mean the 2 hat?
The 2 hat, correct.
Okay.
It's not actually a double hat.
There you
but
go, you're 2. And you get to upgrade.
That's why I need to, actually, and it's going to give me another upgrade from the university. That's what I need. I need to upgrade my.
I'm worried about you. You're doing 2 upgrades in 1 turn.
But I've had you have 4 cards.
I'm just saying, Nikki.
I know.
I'm only repeating what you said.
But like, look, I have 1 card upgrade.
I
You
know.
have 4. I've been terrified about this whole thing. I'm upgrading my build card. And I don't actually know the second one. I think it's going to be sponsors. Or is it cards? I think it's sponsors. So I went up to, I got the university. I did that.
You're there.
And I guess I'll do the donation now. It's $5. 5 monies to go up 1. And I need to place a cube over here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's association done.
Association
Oh, yeah,
done.
we didn't make any association bands jokes yet.
I'm going to do the card action, and I'm going to snap this reptile.
Okay. He goes home with you.
That's my whole turn.
And our new card, Alpaca. He goes in a petting zoo. Wow, we have not seen a lot of petting zoo animals
Nope.
this game. In fact, that's the first one I've seen. No one's built a petting zoo. Lincoln's turn.
It is interesting that we haven't gotten any.
I mean, it is a large deck of cards. We just shuffled them all to the back half somehow.
I'm going to take cards. We didn't actually bump Nikki for that for
Oh,
2, and I'm
oops.
going to bump it for 2 as well. And then I'm going to snap, I think, the Savannah card.
Yeah,
Ooh.
predators. You got the predators.
I
Oh,
don't have predators.
do I have one?
I have
Nope.
2.
Yeah. Then that's a good one to snap. The new card is a barn owl. He's got perception 4. Draw 4 from the deck and keep 2.
Oh, nice.
And he's a fairly cheap. He can't go in the bird sanctuary, bird aviary.
Hey,
but
man.
He's a very small.
That would make me go to the zoo.
What?
It's 0
It's 0.
for the alpaca.
It's
I think
bonuses
all-
based on the other ones in there.
They're all
That'll
the
give you
petting zoo
3.
animals are like bonus
Zeros,
off each
okay.
other. Yeah.
You have an alpaca, I'm there.
You're in. There's an alpaca. Nikki's
We drove
sold.
past alpacas in Dallas near
Yes.
Madness
I
Comics and
love
Games.
when we go past that alpaca place.
Okay, I am going to play an animal. I think just one, but let's see. I'm going to do this first. Because it is a Australia icon, I'm going to tuck a card under my Australia expert for 2 appeal.
Oh,
So I'm playing Emu. It costs 22, but that's 19 because of my
Wow.
Australia discount.
Is it
Yeah.
Emu Phillips?
I've had this card in my hand a long time. And you have to have 2 Australias.
Yeah, that's why
to-
you were holding off, probably.
well, and the 22, frankly. So I have a 5 for him to live in.
Wow.
I get 7 appeal. His bonus is if I have room, you don't actually have to have upgraded your build card. But if you have room, and I needed the spaces, this is why I had to upgrade it, you immediately can build for free a large bird aviary.
Nice.
So I'm going to build this here and take a $5 bonus for covering that $5 space.
nice.
Yeah, it's a free bird. And because I built the large bird aviary, I will move my white stork into that space, which frees up a 5
Cool.
and places 1 cube in the aviary.
You know, I didn't slide my thing down here when I took the cards that last time. Got worked up about Nikki's too.
Emu, that's called peacocking, that special ability. So the emu is peacocking, and I have placed my animals. I do not have a second animal. Well, actually, I do. Can I play this?
Do you have the money? That's my thing.
I actually do. I'm going to play this. I'm going to play King Vulture.
I am a king
Because
vulture.
I now, playing the first animal, got me the aviary where the King Vulture can now be played, and I have the partner zoo, which makes him cost 9 instead of 12.
All right.
Eh.
Don't forget to go 9 up the track.
I won't. That's why I took that card.
And did you get it for the emu?
I got the 7 for the emu and the 2 for the Australia thing. So 9 more makes 46.
Okay.
I need to put 1 more cube in the bird aviary. And I obviously have 3 bird symbols to place him. Scavenging 5. Oh, I have to shuffle the discard pile and draw 5 random cards, and then I can keep 1. I choose 1.
Okay.
So I've already moved my card. You can take your turn. I'm just going to take 5 and then choose 1.
All right, cool. I am going to build. That's going to cost me 4 because I'm going to just build a 2 habitat. So 2 habitat. Let's see, different buildings with a maximum size total of X. Could I get a 2 habitat?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's empty, so I am going to cover that. And am I going to snap, or am I going to just draw a card? I think I need to snap this guy.
Okay.
And I still have some money. Build 1 or more buildings. Let's do a, is that 3? 1, 2, yes. Here's 2 for another one of these. That's correct, I believe. Okay, that is my turn. What did we get out new?
Yeah.
Sponsorship elephants. Income. You gain 3, 6, or 9 money for having 1, 3, or 5 herbivore icons in your zoo.
Okay.
I believe none of us have done that very much. I have the 1 platypus herbivore, and that's it.
I'm not.
So it would be a lot of money if you were herbivore specialized.
Okay.
You also get some appeal based on your herbivores right away, but again, just not that great for any of us right now.
I'm going to build and build at least 1 kiosk. Kiosk. Wait, kiosk. I think I want to do it like that and hope that I can put some other things elsewhere. And then I will build 1, 2 for 4. Gives me an X token, and that is my turn.
I'm doing sponsors at power 4. Because it's upgraded, I could actually play 5, but I only have a 4 in my hand. I'm playing migration recording. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can. I have 1 microscope from this 1 university I just got. I get an X token immediately. Now every time I release an animal into the wild, I get 1 additional conservation point, and I can break the rule of putting 1 cube on a card and release more than 1 animal into the wild on just on release cards.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. I'm going to do the association action. Let's see, I'm at 3, so I'm going to go here and take the Africa. That gets me an upgrade. I'm going to upgrade my animals like that, and that is it for my turn.
I'm going to do the sponsors here at 5, and I'm going to do the Waza Small Animals program. It's each time you play only small animals in the animals action, you may play one further small animal from your hand at the normal cost. After that, take one small animal from the display if it's available. So it also gives me an income right now for any small animals that I have. I have 4, so it gives me 8.
Nice.
And I think I can put this here. Oh, no, I kind of need to remember it. These are kind of weird.
Yeah, because if it's got like a permanent power, you kind of need to keep it.
And that is
so
the
you
end of my
remember
turn.
things. All right, I'm doing cards at 5, which advances the break 2. Do I snap this alpaca and hope that more petting zoo cards come up? Or do I just take cards off the deck?
Does it count as a small one?
It does count as a small one for your purposes, yes. All petting zoo animals are technically small. Well, Nikki, I'd love for you to come to my alpaca zoo, but I'm just going to risk drawing off the deck.
Mm-hmm.
See what I get. Oh, wow, I should have taken the alpaca.
Tell me.
All right, I need to discard one, but you can go.
Okay. I am going to add an animal. This is my frilled lizard. He's frilly. That is going to cost me 12. I have no discount.
Here you go.
Thank you. And he is 2 for 1 cube. 1 cube in my lizard enclosure, and I go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I move my cards and I draw a card for the action that
Sprint
he has. All right.
Okay. I'm going to play cards. Moves it forward 2. I'm going to snap this card right here. And that is that.
What did you snap just out of
The
curiosity?
barn owl.
Okay, and it's replaced with side entrance. This one is a special building. It must go on border spaces around the edge of your zoo, and it pays 5 appeal at the end of the game if you have completely covered your map. It pays $2 per building it touches. It's like a double kiosk, basically. It's good if you can fit it next to a bunch of things. All right, I am too poor to build, so I'm associating. I am going to associate 4 using my X token to bump it to 5. I believe I will be releasing an animal. I will be releasing an Australian animal into the wild.
My hand is ready.
I'm gonna go big. I'm going releasing the emu, which costs me 7 appeal back to 39. I get to reflip this 5 enclosure, and it discards, but I get 5 conservation points.
Yipes.
Actually 6, because I have the migration recordings. And I will place a cube. I'm going to take the 3x cube. I also get 1
Yep.
reputation for playing the card.
Yep.
Thank you.
And that was a 4+. Yeah, it was
It
a
was
big.
a size 5. It was the
big-
Now
giantest
we have
bird.
2 things. You're going to pick one of
Yes.
these, and we also all
And
have
we
to drop
almost
one of these.
also, yeah. Wow. Well, I've played it badly because
Oh, that was easy for me.
I don't have the money to play a sponsorship card out of my hand.
Yep.
But I'm gonna take the 3x tokens, even though I can only hold 2.
Oh man.
I just got 3. Now I'm maxed at 5.
Wow.
But it's better than the $5. Oh wait, if I take the 5, no, I can't take the $5 and do that. Oh, and we're choosing one of our final scoring cards.
Right.
Yes. Mine is fairly clear. I'm doing this one and throwing away this
Yeah,
one.
mine ended up being pretty.
And that was
Obvious.
and I don't have. I could take the $5 for a donation, but no, I'm gonna stick with I'm done. I'm not donating with my association powers.
Okay, I am going to sponsor at 5. I have to add an X to it because this is a 6. This is the Baboon Rock. Each time you play a primate icon into your zoo, gain 2 on that track. Appeal. So.
And this counts as a primate icon, so you gain 2 appeal right now.
Oh, okay.
So you are blue.
Blue, 2 appeal.
And then the end game bonus is if you have 6 primate icons in your zoo, you get a conservation point.
Okay. Let's play it safe and put it next to a rock and a water.
Cool.
I don't really, maybe that's stupid to cover that up because you don't add animals in there anyway. Maybe, can I go around here? No. Yeah, this is actually the only place that attaches and works. Okay, and I covered nothing. This goes away. Did I do all that? I'm here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I moved up on the okay, done.
Okay.
Oh, and you get an X token because you played a primate icon into your zoo from this card.
Oh, that's considered the same. Okay.
It's an icon that triggers
So
that.
I
So
shouldn't
you
have
get that right back.
thrown my X away. I
Yeah.
should have just kept it.
Okay. I'm going to do animals. And I'm going to do the barn owl, which I have the European icon, so it's only going to cost me 9. Which is everything I have.
Okay.
I gain 3.
3.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
First thing is that this one allows me to. I also have the Waza Small Animals thing where I will take an additional one off the array if I would like. But I also take 4 cards from the deck.
Oh, nice.
Keep 2 and discard the others. 2, 3, 4. I don't really need all those, but
Think about
Oh,
it.
that's from the Barn Owls thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
and then I need to get rid of 2. And then I also will take this one from the array.
All right.
It's the only small animal out there, but
Yep.
you get it. And we have a
A
donkey. Hey, there's the
donkey.
petting zoo animals that we missed.
Yeah.
And I need to discard 2.
I'm taking sponsors action. It is at power 3, which I will boost to 5. Because it is upgraded, that means I can play a card of level 6 from my hand, and I'm going to play Foreign Institute. Foreign Institute gives me 2 reputation, which unlocks a worker. And that's actually as far as I can go on the reputation track unless I upgrade my cards card. And I can't because I've actually upgraded all my cards and I skipped this ability here.
Oof.
So I'm done on reputation. That kind of stinks for me, actually. I gotta find other powers to do. But Foreign Institute is a microscope icon, and I get 1 conservation point if I have all 5 continents in my zoo at the end of the game, of which I have 3 right now. So I need either more partner zoos or more animals. And I'm done. I move sponsors down to 1.
I am going to build. I am going to pay 2 for another kiosk.
Okay.
And they're going to go right, upside down. No, right there. I think that's a good spot. And I can spend another 2 for a pavilion.
I'll do 2.
And that gets me 1 on this track, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that.
Certainly does, but filling in the space is almost the better thing, right?
Do I have another? So, I don't. So if I cover that, it's a bad timing. But I could go here and get 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That is my turn.
Okay, I'm going to take the cards action. That puts it 2 here. Gives me 1 of these.
Yep.
And so I'll take a card from here. Okay, and that is the end of that.
And that stays
Just
where it
goes
is
right-
because it's
yep,
already
yep.
on 1. All right, you got your X token. Okay, we all have 5 hand limit. I only have 3 cards.
Yep.
I have a lot.
Yes, you do.
I have to discard 4 cards, I think.
That's-
All right, we still have no temporary tokens to discard. Those are fairly rare unless you're playing with the interactives. We can reset this board.
Okay.
We need 2 new zoos and 1 new university, which is this one. I will clear these 2 cards. Bye-bye, bear.
Bye, bear. 1, 2. Here are your associates.
Thank you for my associate workers. We have a primate breeding program. This one is one of the ones where you can pick any space, whether you want reputation or just conservation. And really, like, this is the best space, so the first person should go there. But you need a primate and a partner zoo from the same continent. So, like, you would need this plus the
Which I have.
Asia Zoo, which you have, and I have the America Zoo, which I have. Lincoln doesn't currently have any primates, so you need the primate and the partner zoo, but you're not releasing it. You just have to have that.
Oh, okay.
And we have native farm animals. This
Sweet.
is max 25. We are all disqualified from playing this card. So
and it stays there, though.
it'll age off eventually, but yeah,
Oh
it's
my
just going to kind of
gosh.
clog
Okay.
up our display for a while. All right. Income. Lincoln triggered. So he gets 20.
Okay.
22 for this kiosk. 24. I think all his kiosks are worth 2. So that looks like 26.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
2, right?
You don't get a pavilion?
No, pavilion.
I counted that one. You don't get the empty spaces.
Oh, the empty space.
The empty enclosures.
Okay.
He doesn't have any money from these cards. And he gets the first snap off of the row.
Okay.
He does not get any more money, but he's got his 22. So we'll wait for him to snap in a second. I get 22. This kiosk is worth 2, and this is 1. So that's this is also 2. So 26. This 5 makes 31. None of my cards have cash. And then I will snap another card after Lincoln does.
You get 31.
31.
20. 31.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I take...
You take a card. You start at 19.
I do.
This one gets you 2 more for 21. This one gets you 2 more for 23. And this one gets you 2 more for 25. And you haven't uncovered that, and none of these have money. So 25.
That's better. I
Nice.
did better.
Yep,
I did better
you
for
did.
myself. 20.
And you do not snap a card. Lincoln snapped his card.
Who's the primate?
5.
I
Now, does that
Oh, wait, I'm
fill,
sorry, yeah.
Well, I
or
mean,
do you take
after
before?
it does not go until everyone snaps their card.
Okay.
I don't want that elephant thing. I don't want that. I think I might take the side entrance. Yep. And now these all slide down and we fill 2 more. Medical breakthrough. Wow, you need 4 microscopes, and it gives you an income of 1 conservation point. And you immediately get 2 appeal for every cube that you've cleared from your left-hand side of your board. Yellow-throated martin is a cute little weaselly guy. He's a hunter.
a predator. Woof.
He's like, it's like a badger kind of weasel thing.
They don't.
You reveal
know.
the topmost card of the deck. If it's an animal, you keep it. Otherwise, discard it. And that's it. It's just a very cheap, but it's also a predator. Do we have predator card out there?
We do not.
No, we do not. All right. Lincoln caused the break, correct? So
Yes.
it's my turn.
So you reset the break cup.
Thank you.
boop, boop.
Reset the break cup. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to associate. No, my association's really low. I'm going to do cards, which break 2 immediately. But I'm going to boost it to 5 so I can snap this medical breakthrough. How many microscopes do I have? I have 3 so far, so I only need 1 more to be able to play it. And
Okay.
I boosted it, and I'm done with the cards.
Okay. I'm gonna do association. I am going to boost it to 5 to put a guy here.
Yeah.
I am going to do the primates here at
Okay.
4.
Nice.
Yes.
So I believe I do. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, so I just
1, 2, 3, 4. You pass this.
nice.
So first choose your cube.
Okay. Yeah, I think I need to get that 5 going on. So that's there. That goes up. That went up.
And that's
4.
an immediate $5 plus income. And now you can also have
Another 5.
another 5 or the
double
doubler
action.
on any card you like.
Dang it! Dang it! Dang it!
Which it only lasts until the next
Till
break,
the
but
next
there's
break.
a long way till the next break. You only use it once, but it's not in a danger of going away right away.
I think I need to try to do the double action.
It's a pretty good thing, yeah.
Off of there, and I'll try to do the double action. I don't have to assign it
You
yet.
do.
Okay. Let's see. My wish doesn't really work if I don't have enough money for that.
You're doing pretty good on cost right now.
Yeah.
You've got 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of putting it on the animals, but build wouldn't be bad either. Oh, let's see if I can do animals. That would be 4 animals in a turn. That's
Possible, yeah.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if I have the money to even do 4 animals in a turn. Okay. That was all
we need to
of
fill
it.
in.
Yes.
This is from my turn. Sorry, I should have filled in this card.
Well, I was excited about my turn.
Were you excited about a domestic goat? You could have had a petting zoo.
Could have
Nikki
been
and her
excited
petting zoo
about it.
stuff.
I didn't even build a petting zoo yet.
No one's built a petting zoo.
Because the animals
These are
haven't been around
not
for
child-friendly establishments.
No, we're serious.
That's right.
We're science.
Serious
It's a
zoo
serious
business.
zoo business.
All right, and you doubled up your animals card, yeah. Okay.
I did. I don't know about that decision. I'm not sure about it.
I will build. And I'm going to build a 3. It's painful. Actually, I'll just go over here.
Let's flip it because it's empty.
Gives me 5
Yes, it
for building
does.
there. The total cost of building was 6.
Okay.
I had it anyway, but I should have done that
Sure.
beforehand. And that is my turn. I don't think I'm going to... Well, let me think. Do I need to build another 3? Probably should take advantage of it. I will do another 3. Coins flying everywhere. Okay. And that will go here. Do I want it to go over here? Maybe I'll go here. Okay. That is my turn. Aaron, your turn.
I'm going to build. Guess what I'm going to build?
What are you going to build?
An evil petting zoo.
Yeah, that's finally.
Fantastic.
I am going to build, keep it all. I need a pavilion and a kiosk as well, please. So I'm building for $10, 3 different buildings of a total size 5. I'm going to put this petting zoo right here around the corner. And let's see, the pavilion goes here. I'm going to get to do a card shift, but the pavilion gives me 1 appeal. And the kiosk goes way down here in a terrible location, but gives me an X token. And I spent all the money. The build goes all the way down to 1.
Didn't I just build 2? I should have gotten X for that too.
And then after all that, I covered that special 1 card move, and I'm moving animals down to 1 as a separate move. And done.
I'm going to do cards, so the break moves 2.
Break, break.
I am at 5. There's actually nothing here I want, so I will draw 4 and discard 1.
Now, you remember, because you're at, if there's nothing there, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But you are upgraded cards, so you can mix and match. Like, you could take 1 from here and 3 from the deck if you wanted to.
There's nothing.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's see if I can do any of these any good. Oh, that's just not even gonna fly.
Oh, no?
Oh, no. All right. I will discard this one and we're done.
Okay. I'm going to do the animals. I'm going to bring the Eurasian lynx to my zoo. That costs me 8 because I have the Asian icon zoo affiliation, and I gain 2 appeal, and then 1 for each Europe icon in all zoos. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have 1.
Which one was it?
0.
0 European.
So I go another 5.
Another 5 to 36. And did you flip a location for him to live in?
He will live. Doesn't really matter. He'll live here. Well, it does sort. Well, they both bump my thingy up there. Okay. And then this resets or goes down to 1. Your turn, Aaron.
Okay, Association 5. I'm playing a card from hand and bumping Sea Cave out of the game.
Okay.
I gotta look. Looking at you.
You
looking at
played
ya.
on Primates and moved your own association card down to 1. You were several turns away from releasing your reptile friend, so I don't feel bad about it.
All right. Now I got reptiles I don't want.
That's right. Hey, you bought them, you live with them. You said you could take responsibility for a pet.
I did. Yeah,
All
that's right.
I'm playing low mountain range and releasing a white stork. He comes
is a
out of the bird
bird?
sanctuary, aviary? Large bird aviary, 1 cube. I lose 4 appeal. And this card gets discarded. No, oh, thank you.
Wait, how many was it? I'm
5.
sorry. It is 5?
I think you just moved me back.
I just moved you 4.
Okay.
There you go.
And
You got 1 reputation. Did you get that yet?
I get an extra one because I have migration recordings.
So 2 reputation. Oh, sorry.
And I get an extra one because I'm going to take the cube off of this thing.
Okay.
So I'm on the biggest one. I do get a reputation, but I can't take that.
Because you're
Okay.
not upgraded.
Because I'm not upgraded and I can't upgrade my
Wow.
cards action.
All right. So this is all about birdies.
But I think I will make a $7 donation and take 1 more conservation point. 13, please. Or here's 2 and you can give me 15. And that goes here.
There you go. Oops.
All right.
Moving your hand.
That's the fun part. And I could actually play more association things, but the only thing I could afford would be more reputation that I can't take.
Okay.
So no, I'm done.
Well,
Well, you didn't want to release that reptile anyway, like I said.
I love them all so
That's
much.
right. That's right. It's your baby.
Yes. Okay. These I don't have space for. These I do. I'm going to do the animal action. I just need to decide if there's an order that's going to be better. But I don't think there is. For my first animal, I will do the Tasmanian Devil. I don't have a discount, so he is going to cost 11. Can I get change? This is supposed to be 11.
Okay.
That was change for this little guy. He's going to go in this enclosure here. I can tuck a card under this little guy to get 2 appeal, so I am going to do that.
All right.
It's like yours, the Australian
Yeah. It's
Never,
it's a
ever.
pouch animal ability.
Going to have room for 1, 2, 3. It's possible. Oh, forget it. Tucked
Tucked, 2 appeal.
2 appeal. I also get 4.
You also get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it looks like
I get 1 reputation.
reputation, which gives you a worker.
Okay, boom.
Which gives you
2.
2 conservation,
Okay,
which is going to give you another reward. But finish your animal action.
finish the animals.
Okay, you flipped the thing. You got the everything.
He's done.
All right. Are
He's
you playing another animal?
Surely am.
All right. We won't forget about this thing though.
Okay. This is going to be the pygmy hippopotamus.
Okay.
I forgot to take the small animal discount for this guy, so that would be a 3 off
Okay.
of the 11. And then this is my pygmy hippopotamus that I'm going to play is also a small animal, which I didn't even because I think a hippopotamus is huge. So that's a 6 discount basically we can do, and then minus
Africa
3
is another
for
thing.
Africa. So that's a 9 discount on this 15.
So
Right.
6.
So 6, yeah. It's really 9, but we forgot the other 3
Yeah.
from this
Okay.
one. So yes.
We forgot this guy.
Okay.
Then he comes with a 6.
Wait, flip an enclosure for him to live in that must be next
sure.
to water.
He
yes,
is
you've
right
got a
there.
Perfect
I've been
spot.
holding that spot
Yes, you
forever. Okay.
All right, 6
6 appeal.
You have the most appealing zoo.
He's
And?
a sponsor, but I don't have any sponsor cards, so that action just doesn't even happen.
No. After you finish all this, you get free money and break from the sponsors. You should still take that action.
Okay. We have this and this to remember for the
Yes.
end of my turn. Okay.
Yes.
Down.
All right. And now you're taking the double extra animal action?
Yes, but only one of them because I don't have the animals for
Hold on,
it.
I've got another question for you.
Sure.
You are taking the animals action at power 5
Yes, I am.
twice. So
Yeah.
you should also take 2 reputation.
Can I go there?
Yeah.
Is your cards upgraded?
Yes.
Then yes. Which also gives you another card draw. So there's 3 things we need to do. This, a card draw, and another sponsor action after you play this
After
third
I
animal.
play this last
Yeah.
animal?
All right. This is a
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
This guy is 12 minus
this guy, what's his
3.
name?
This guy is a rock monitor. Where's he going? Wait,
Do you have a reptile house?
I don't. Yes,
Reptile house.
and he's
yes.
near the rocks. So rock monitor, reptile house. He's a minus 3 discount for Africa, a minus 3 discount for small animal.
6.
Okay.
His appeal.
His appeal is 5.
Your zoo is very appealing.
And I can sell up to 3 cards from my hand for 4 each.
Did you put a cube in the reptile house?
I didn't. Let's do that. Cube
right.
in reptile house.
All right. He's good.
I'm a
and
mess right now.
Yes.
I am going
Sell
to
a
sell
flag.
this guy for 4 because I'm never going to be able to fit him in my zoo.
Here's one
So-
for 5.
All right. Then I'm done
Okay,
with
that's
that
all your animals?
stuff.
Okay.
This goes away because I used it sort of halfway as much as I could.
So, okay, yeah.
I have
Shift
to
that.
shift, right?
The sponsor action should come last because that's a total after your action is finished. So, is there a card out here that you would like to buy within your reputation range for 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Or would you like the top card of the deck?
Top card of the deck.
You sure?
Yeah, because the chickens I can't do.
Yeah, they're done.
Okay.
Okay. And would you like $5 or would you like to play a sponsorship card for as many dollars as it would normally not cost?
I will take the $5.
All right, $5 more. Monies. Okay, now you've done everything except you now may take a sponsor's action for power 5, which is either play a card or take 5 money and 5
Okay, I
break.
have to do the money. I don't have sponsorship cards.
I mean, and you could just take an X token if you didn't want to move the break, but that's probably
no.
not that important.
So 3,
5.
5.
5.
It's at 5. And you could even boost it if you really wanted to, but
Okay.
because it's X'd power.
Oh, all right.
And now you do move it down to 1 because you did that action.
Game.
And give her $5. That is the turniest turn
That was
we
a
have
lot
had.
of crazy. I'm done.
Yes, you are.
And everything is shifted. I just have to organize my mess.
Okay, I'm going to take the association, and I'm going to spend 3 X to just bump it up to 8.
Ooh, nice.
So I will play I'm going to release one predator. I have 1 predator. It brings me down 2.
Down 2.
Goes over here, bumps this off. These come down. But it gives me, it's a 3, so it gives me an additional 4.
Give yourself 1 reputation for playing that card.
Yep. I get another one of these.
You get.
I spent 5 for that. I have 8 total.
Move it from the bottom.
Yeah, move that guy up to the
Doesn't
top
matter.
slot.
Okay.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay. Flip an enclosure that animal was from, or the reptile house, so you don't have that.
No, it's not. It was a lion or
Yeah,
whatever.
you've got all kinds of 3s. Okay, and then choose a cube to place on the card.
Mm-hmm. And I'll take this here for 3 X's.
All right.
And then I still have 3 value on here.
Right, because you spent 8 power.
And then I'll take this one for the other placement.
Okay.
And I'll go here. Gives me additional.
And
Plus, gives me 2. 1, 2.
Nice.
Yep.
And I didn't do this yet.
No. You can take 5 or
Play the
sponsors.
sponsorship card.
And I'll just take the 5. And we're done. We'll slide this down.
Well, I don't think I'm going to have much chance to use it. But I'm going to do cards, so break 2. I'm just going to do cards at power 4 and draw 2. Because there are things that I need that I do not have. And that one does not help, but I don't have to discard any. I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to do the cards action, so the break moves up 2.
So you're going to get an X token for triggering a break.
Okay, and I do this right now before we
Yes.
do any of that. So I'm in location 3. I'm just going to take 2 cards.
You just want to draw?
Yeah, I just want to draw 2.
Okay.
And it's not nothing else.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, that was a kind of my card draw as well.
All right. That's it. All right.
Okay, break time. You got your X token. Everyone discards
5.
down to 5. I have to discard
Should have
1. I guess this one's dumb. I should have never taken it. But both of those are hard to play.
Okay, Nikki.
Okay. No one has tokens to discard. Refill the board. Give us our workers back. Only 1? I only played 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elephant sponsors and Waza assignment go away. Donkey goes to slot 1. New cards are Laughing Kookaburra. He's an Australian bird that doesn't go in the aviary. And Northern Plains Grey Langur. He moves the break token forward. All right, that is the cards. Income. Nikki triggered. Nikki is at 24 income.
Yeah.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Yeah. That's it. I
Nope, 35.
35.
Now you, and that's your only extra income. 35.
Thank you.
All right. No cards or anything for you. Lincoln is at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. There's still, that one's now worth 3. So 28.
Okay.
And then you get to snap a card.
I'll snap this card here.
Okay. I have 22 income. I have 5 in kiosks and 5 here, so 32. I have 1 conservation point, and then I snap a card. Whoops. I guess I want this Northern Grey Langur. I do have a place to put it, or do I want the bird? I'm going to take this one. The Jumping Langur. All right, and then these slide down. European Bison. He's got, okay, so this is one of those rare ones with 2 Europe symbols.
Yeah.
Lincoln would get a $6 discount off of it because he has a European partner zoo. And the Veiled Chameleon for your reptile house. He gives you a free snap card. The European Bison gives you all sponsor cards from the display into your hand, but there's only one and we can't play it.
Yeah.
That could be great, but right now it's nothing.
Okay.
All right, that was all the income. Back to here. Nikki triggered it, so it's Lincoln's turn.
I will do the Horsefield's Tarsier, animal action, I'm sorry. That gives me 3 upgrade in my appeal. I gain 2 for this, 1, 2.
Nice.
Gives you a card.
Yep, if there's one I want to do, or one off the top. And then it also jumps this 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I take 4.
Nice.
It was going to cost me 11, so I will take 15. Right? Oh no, let me just do that 11 first.
Wait,
before I screw it up.
11 minus.
Oh yeah, so it's 8.
No, it is 11. Sorry,
No, I have. Oh no, I don't have Africa. No, I have this.
You do. I think 11 was the raw score.
Oh yeah, right.
11 is the adjusted discount.
So that cost me 11. Let me do that first. Then I also gain 4, so I'll put that here with the 5. Take it a 5, and then that will go here. And then I will take. I'll play another small animal, and I'm going to do the Dusky Leaf Monkey. That's a size 2. It'll go here. And it will cost me 9. And then I can slide one thing to 1. I don't need cards, so I'll push this one here. I can take another card off the array, right?
From the deck or pay to take it off the array, yes.
Yeah. And I'll take this one here. Okay.
What'd you take?
I took the Laughing Kookaburra.
Okay. And we will put out Ring-tailed Lemur. He's a sunbather. You may sell up to 3 cards from your hand for $4, although none of us are short on money right now. He's a 6 appeal African animal. I'm going to play animals, just 1 animal from my hand. I'm going to play Anaconda. I do have the partner zoo, so he just costs 10. I don't have a reptile house, so I will flip a 2 enclosure next to rocks for him. And he gives me 6 appeal, 42. And instead of his interactive ability, I get to, after my current action, place a different action card on level 1. So I will do this, and then I will place Build down on level 1. And I'm done.
Okay, I'm playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put 2 X's on it to bring it up to 3. 2, 3. I'm going to snap this guy
Ring-tailed
now.
Lemur, yeah.
I needed to. He's a good one. Done. These go away. And that is my turn.
Okay.
I'll put out a new card. Golden Lion Tamarin. He's also clever, which lets you put an action card at space 1.
Hey, come on, another monkey thing?
I mean, all the primates are coming out now, right?
Right.
I'm going to build, and I can build 2 things the same size. Plus I'm engineering, right? So I get to build one just for the cost. So I could build up to, I guess I could build a couple of things. So first I will build a single point enclosure. That costs me 2, but it gives me 2 on this track.
Nice.
1, 2, gives me 1 of these and another X. Then I'll build a pavilion. That's going to cost me 2. It'll go right here.
I'll give you 1 appeal.
Lets me draw another X.
You're now at 5. You can't have more than that for now.
Yep. And that is it. So then I will slide this down. And it is your turn, Aaron.
I am doing association. I am boosting it to 5. I am playing a conservation project and bumping that last one off the track.
Australia, Blue Mountains National Park is
Goodbye.
going away.
I am playing Yosemite National Park.
Okay.
And I am releasing a bird from the Americas into Yosemite. It is size 3, so I'm taking
The 4.
the 4. I'm going to
Release that bird.
I will release that bird. So here's the cube.
Sure.
I get 4 points, but actually 5 for my migration recordings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oof.
Super close to ending the game.
Well, does that drop it
he
back down?
dropped-
This does drop me
9.
9 appeal. That's quite a chunk. Okay, not so close to ending the game
No.
anymore. This comes out of my bird aviary, which is now empty again.
That's bird.
It was
Please.
worth it.
That's bird.
And this goes in the discard pile. I got my points. I also get a reputation for playing that card, which again I cannot take.
Oh, yeah,
but
you're
you know
hitting
what?
the wall on
It's
that.
fun. It's worth it. I will make a donation for $7 and take 1 more conservation point. And I took my last worker, which is 2 more conservation points.
Oh, hey.
So, be ready for the game to be close to ending.
Okay.
But I am done. I cannot boost. Well, I can boost 1 more, but that doesn't let me do anything for the association action.
I am going to build a petting zoo. So that's 6, 5, 6 for a petting zoo.
Is it evil Nikki P?
You know,
I'm pretty sure I said mine was, but it's empty now. It's a haunted evil petting zoo.
let's put it here.
It is empty?
I
Oh.
built it and then the donkey went. Oh, the donkey's still out there. I didn't take that alpaca.
I go up 2 on this track.
Did you took your you get a conservation and an X. I will give you. Did you
Thank
get that?
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Building more, building more, building more. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to put it, that's not far enough away. So it'll go here and get me another X. So I'm going to build a kiosk for 2.
Okay.
So here's the 5. I'm putting it here, so I get another X.
Do you want to do another X, or do you want to do a reputation?
I can't do it.
No, but you could do it. You could pavilion. You could flip it over and make it a
just to
pavilion.
get an appeal.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It doesn't. Income's not important now.
Yeah, you have so much money. That's true.
Okay, so there's
You may as
that.
well take the appeal.
There's the X. Well, I could move it there. Then that turns it into a... No.
What do you mean?
It lets you move a card and
To 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to do that, actually, so the X is better.
Well, you might want your association pushed to 5.
It's going to go to 5 right now because I took
out.
the
Yeah, it's
build
out.
action.
Yeah.
So that's my turn. I'm sliding my cards down now.
Okay. I'm going to do the association. I'm going to definitely bump it up to 5. So I'll do the other... I'll do the other additional 3 so that I can do maybe one of these.
Okay.
So
you're at power 8 again for association?
yeah, I will do this action here. It's going to push this off.
Sure.
Goes over there.
Small animals.
Yep, I only have 7, unfortunately. So I'll take this one here.
Okay, and you're the 5 spot then?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
Okay.
it gives me an additional 3.
Gives you 3.
And then, and I get an additional 1 because I used that cube. And then I'll place this here for the other 3. Take Australia.
Woohoo.
Which gives you 2 more.
Yeah, it gives me 2 more on that.
conservation.
Nice.
And
Do you want to make a donation for $10?
yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Might as well. One more conservation point, and put a cube on that 10. I gave you a point.
Cool. And it is your turn, Aaron.
Okay, I think really the only thing for me to do is play an animal, which will move me past my conservation marker. But I only have one animal, and I can't make it like super great. But I've got a space for, well, I'll play animals. I play one from my hand. It's the Northern Plains Grey Langur. I don't have this partner zoo, so I have to pay 13. I do have an enclosure next to rock to put it in. I get 6 appeal. And I get advance the break token 3 spaces, and I get 3 money. 1, 2, 3. I get 3 money back. 3 money total, 5 total.
Mm-hmm.
That was just his bonus ability. So that is the end of my game. You guys get one more turn. I moved the break token, so there's a chance we could have another income before the game ends, but probably not. You guys probably just want to increase your conservation and appeal as much as you can. And then we'll do final scoring.
Okay. I think my best last play is to do animals. Let's start with, this is only going to be 2. So
Okay.
the first guy I'm going to do is a little petting zoo guy.
Guinea pig.
I know, my guinea pigs. So he moves me 0 on that track. But I put a cube in the enclosure, and I gain 3 for the petting zoo icon.
Which he has one on himself.
He
so
has
you
one
get
on himself. Only
3.
3. That's it. I
Yes.
don't have any
That's
more
kind of how all the petting zoo
petting
animals
zoo
work.
animals.
Yeah.
So I need to pay the 7.
And do you have a second one?
I do. Thank you. Then I'm going to play the ring-tailed lemur. He needs to go in a 3 enclosure, which I've got right here.
Mm-hmm. And it's next to rocks.
I forgot
Yeah,
all
I
of
know.
this.
You forgot.
He's small, so
Yes.
that's -3.
And he's...
And he's small.
No, he's not. He's size
not.
3.
He's size 3, but he
But-
is small. So that needed to be a $3 discount.
So, and you get a $3 Africa discount for this one.
Yeah.
So you only have to pay 6 instead of 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then I go up 6 for him.
You're going around the corner to 54.
Then I've got, each time you play a primate icon, I get an X.
Yeah.
Not a big deal, but it's an X nonetheless.
And you also gain
Yes.
2 appeal.
And I gain 2 more appeal for playing a primate for that sponsorship. So that's 1 more X.
You also can sell up to 3 cards in your hand for 4 money each.
Does money count as anything?
No.
At the end? Because I have cards, believe me, that I can't play.
I guess you might as well sell them.
Sure.
I don't even think it's matters in any tie breaking.
Up to 3 cards.
Your game's over, so take
My
12
game's
money,
over.
I guess.
Sure, I can't play any of these anyways.
Right.
Their enclosures are too big for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So these I will get rid of for the money. That's 4 times 3 is 12.
I'm sorry, cutie.
That's all right, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do animals. Do I want to do 2? I don't think I can afford to do 2. That will be 4, and that will be 6. That's 10. I could do 2. Why not? So I will bump it up with 1. First, I'm going to do the Laughing Kookaburra. That's going to cost me 6.
Sweet.
1 more gives me 5. And this one, I gain 1 point for each Australia icon in all the zoos, maximum 8.
And what did we
Oh,
decide?
no.
Oh, maximum 8? I think you're at 8 then.
Yeah.
I have 2 here.
And I've got 4, and you've got...
Plus
7,
that one,
8.
right?
So you're at 8.
9.
No,
Yeah.
4 total. Yeah.
No, well, plus that.
I counted my
Okay.
4.
Okay.
So he gets 8. 8
Okay.
appeal, right?
Yep.
And is that on top of... Oh, that's on top of 0.
Yep.
Nice.
So 46. Okay.
And then for my other one, my yellow-throated martin, I'm gonna it's gonna cost me 4.
Nice, a lot of birds.
Sure is. Well, that's a marsupial or something there. I know it's not marsupial. Little like
So yeah,
badger or
Oh.
Whatever.
Yellow
It's that
throated.
weaselly thing. I know, right?
And then I gain 3 more for that. And then I take the topmost card. If it's an animal, add it to your hand. Otherwise,
You get an animal.
Hey, thorny devil.
Can you afford that animal you just drew?
Yeah.
You can play a third animal because you just played 2
Sure,
small
sure. What
ones.
the heck?
Do you have the enclosures?
Did you flip enclosures for both of those?
No.
He's got 3
this one,
enclosures.
I got plenty.
Yeah. So I think you just drew a third animal that you can play.
Yep. Put
Yep.
it in the other enclosure.
Okay. And then this last one, the thorny devil I just drew, will cost me 3.
Nice. And get you 3 appeal.
Yep, 3 more appeal.
And that's it. No special, no nothing.
No, it's
and
just it's
and
the
you left
tiny...
a thing next to rock for him to
Yeah.
flip.
Okay.
That actually worked out perfectly. Because the hunter claimed him. All right. So that's the end. You can move your card and we are done.
Yep.
One more
So-
turn. I want to move this up a little. Come on.
You can move it up a little based on your
Okay.
end game cards.
Well, hopefully
So
I won't be too messy.
the only thing you do at the end game is check your end game final scoring card that you kept and the brown marked cards of your sponsorship cards.
Okay.
So
Do we want to do it
who
one
wants
at
to
a
go
time,
first?
or how? do we
Yeah,
wanna
I
do
mean,
it?
we should say what they score. So I'll tell you. Okay, I've got Foreign Institute, which rewards me for 5 different continent icons. I only have 3, so I did not score that one.
Okay.
I released too many animals.
Aminals. It only has one scoring situation, like not even a lesser one.
Nope, it's literally just if you got all 5, and I didn't concentrate on it. The Global Breeding Program. Oh, I did get this one. I get a conservation point for supporting 5
Nice.
conservation projects. So that's 1. And this one I did concentrate on. The first sponsorship I played was native seabirds, and I get a conservation point for every 2 water spaces that I did not connect to. So that's 2 more. My final scoring card is Conservation Zoo, and for supporting 5 conservation projects, I get another 3.
Wow.
I did not max that one out, but I got
Okay.
3/4 of it. Okay, Nikki,
Yes.
you have 2 end game scoring
Yes.
sponsorship cards. Baboon Rock, did you get 6 primate symbols?
I surely.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5.
Nope.
Oh, you missed 1 conservation
Are
point
you
on that.
sure? Are you sure?
Did you release
No.
one? You might have
I
released
never
one.
released.
Okay.
It didn't work out. I think the thing got. Yeah. No.
No, you just go.
5, boo.
All right, 5, boo. And this is 1 space for every 2 isolated placement bonus spaces, but you only have that one and it's not isolated.
Okay.
So none from there. What's your final
Great.
scoring card that you kept?
That was water, and then the
Icons.
water animals dried up, so to
But
speak.
this one counts on here.
Okay, so that's 1,
2,
2, 3,
4.
4.
That's not bad.
So 4, I get 2.
conservation points.
That's it.
Lincoln, sponsorship cards?
Grumpy,
Yep.
grumpy.
So I have this one here. I get 1 for being at 9, I guess,
At
is what
9,
the deal
reputation,
is.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Which I'm beyond that. That's
Yes.
you.
Well, even
then-
I'm at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for that's it. This other one was Zoo Map completely covered. I did not make it with Engineer. And then favorite zoo, because I'm at 12, I get an additional 3.
Nice. 1,
Yeah, I'll
2.
do it.
I can't quite
Yep,
see
yep.
around the corner
There
there.
we go.
3. Okay, and you're very close to catching. All right, so this is the finishing order is clear here, and this is an Ark Nova game where 1 positive score and a lot of negative scores. That's actually a fairly common occurrence. But for the math people in the audience, if there are any, Lincoln gets, you take the lowest number in the conservation band, so 58, and he has 52 for his appeal. That's
Minus
a negative
5.
6
Nice,
score.
6, okay.
Nikki has 88 for the lowest number here, and 56 here. That's a negative 32 score.
Great.
Okay.
And I have 37. I'm sorry. In here, 1639. That's a positive 23 score.
Okay.
So that is the end of the game. There's no other things to score. And it's interesting that none of us filled up our entire zoo board, which is something that people usually try and go for.
Yeah.
All right.
Gamegenic, ingenious supplies.
Yeah.
Nikki, were the
Yeah.
animals cute enough?
Yeah.
And what did you think of Ark Nova?
Wow, it's a lot to take in.
It is a lot.
It really is.
It is a beast of a game to make one last animal pun.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure at the end there if it was better for me to move on this track or to move on the green track. I could have chosen. I chose to do more animals because it seemed like it got me around the corner. But I also was in a situation where I could have done some more conservation. So I don't know, honestly, if the shields would have been a better bet. But
I mean, you
felt
definitely
like
need to do conservation for
Yeah.
sure.
I felt like I was moving further on that last turn
Based on animals.
based on
Right,
animals.
but it's the problem is it just barely moves you along here. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously this isn't a
Yeah.
lot either if you're only moving 2 or 3.
That's
but
true. I probably should have done that instead. I think going over here, if I was even able to place 2 of them, would have gotten me 4 up bumps on
Right.
that. And my thing was all the way down here at
Yeah.
the beginning of my turn.
Which,
So
they were
maybe it
roughly
would have
about the
ended
same.
up at the
They were about the same.
About the same, but
Obviously, it depends on timing is key in this game in a million different ways, but it depends on where your cards are and what's in your hand and what you
Sure.
can do.
Yeah.
But like after these first few spaces, every conservation point is worth 3 appeal
Mm-hmm.
points. So you just sort of balance it out and see what is better for you on any given
Right.
turn or for that last turn.
right. And I'd be interested to know how many people don't quite play it correctly because there's just so many moving parts.
There's a
so
lot.
many moving
There's a lot.
parts.
Well,
and
yeah.
I was familiar with my cards about halfway through, and I still kept forgetting to deduct
Oh yeah.
for the expert small animals, and there were like weird little things. I don't know.
It's not a game you break out, on family vacation with mom and the 10-year-old cousins who
never know.
like it. I mean, it's a big game, and we know that it's really not for everybody. But and I would say the iconography and the way that the cards read is actually reasonably clear once you see a few cards
For
and
sure.
see what's at the top and what's on the left and what's on the bottom. But it is a lot to remember. When you have this many cards in your display
Yeah.
and you have to remember which ones are actively
Right.
affecting things.
And
it
then
is a
like
lot.
these ones getting bumped off of this track really hurt me because there were a couple
you were
I
building
was
towards one.
building towards, and it was like, oh, okay.
You do, it's timing, right?
Yeah.
But you do kind of have to jump on those when you can and not expect that they're going to be there.
One of the times I actually felt like I think I should just go for it and put the 2 associates down to take that number 5 turn a second time during the round. At the beginning when we were showing the rules, I was like, who's ever going to want to do that? And then when I saw the way things were sliding off, I'm
Going
like,
quickly at the end.
maybe I should just do it. Like, it's valuable to do that. But anyways, there you go.
This is a heavy game, and it was Board Game Geek's 2021 Golden Geek winner for heavy game. So, and I think it's ranked like number 4 on BGG right now.
Wow, still.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's definitely doing well.
Yeah, people like it.
I don't know if it's. I mean, I've played heavier games in some
sure.
ways, but I feel this is heavy. It has a lot of elements that you have to keep track of, and I didn't even really have that complex of a zoo, right? I ended up just mostly building small animals. I think I released 1-3, which was that lynx, I believe, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really get an opportunity to build much larger, and it didn't need it. Like I was
Right.
not drawing those animals. I I did go with some 3s just to be able to make sure I could do that one. I wonder if I've flipped one of these. I might have needed to flip one of these things when he left. Can't remember. Although I built a bunch of animals at the end.
You have so many animals in there.
I probably filled it right back up. But yeah, it's a lot of little elements that are, that sort of can go wrong, right? And you have to be aware of all that stuff. And it's cool. I mean, I don't feel this is like Terraforming Mars, but I kind of like Terraforming Mars idea better, but I really like this theme. It's really fun. There's a lot of stuff to it, and as you get to know the game more, the theme makes more sense. Really, really cool. What do you think, Aaron?
I like it quite a bit. I mean, I'm a heavy game fan, and there are certainly heavier games, but it's very brain-burny. Like, I mean, I feel like all of our brains are very tired after this. The Terraforming Mars comparison is mainly just because every card in the deck is unique.
Yeah, we have a common board in Terraforming Mars, too.
We do, that's right. Yeah.
Ares Expedition has
individual cards with a lot of symbols. And look, we didn't even get to half. This is more than half the deck that didn't come out in our first 3-player game.
Here's just the discard.
Right.
Which is
but mechanically
anything.
they're not all that similar, no, really. It's just a comparison that you can clearly visualize. I really like this card action mechanism that makes whatever you just did the weakest card in your next turn.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's a great mechanism that I think we'll probably see more of in the other games.
As much as I really like this action, I do believe it is from a previous game, which was Civilization New Dawn. From a few years back. But I still think that it's really a solid system, and it really makes it, it changes up your game, and it's another layer of strategy that I really appreciate.
It is a lot to consider and a lot to keep track of, but I do kind of like this ongoing thing of your zoo, whether it's the icons on the animals or the ongoing scoring opportunities and powers on your cards. I do like quite a bit of it, even though it sort of seems like almost every turn can be so many different things to consider and so many different overwhelming possibilities.
Yeah, this is kind of cool too, because this movement here is fast. You see a lot of stuff coming through. So it gives you the opportunity, you want to do some of those things. Taking the snap action is really essential.
It is.
I basically tossed a couple of the things that I had snapped, or I didn't do them, because it really comes down to cost and where you can place them. I actually snapped the llama, I think, and discarded it almost immediately because I didn't have a petting zoo. Right, I was looking for small animals to try to get this to 8, and I wasn't able to do that.
Mm-hmm. You're liking the cards in the middle. One thing I would say about it is, as long as people are continually drawing from this, it's a very conveyor belt kind of situation, which does kind of help you pivot if you need to.
Sure.
Like I did. I should say that I did manage to pivot a little bit, maybe not fast enough. But the opportunity was there, because when those cards disappeared, I was able to maybe go, okay, I think it's time to change my attack.
Right.
In Terraforming Mars, when you have a card in your hand that's totally useless, can't you sell it or use it to fuel other cards?
It's been a while. I played it with you the last time.
All right, well, I guess our memories are all too fuzzy on it. That's one thing that bothers me a tiny bit about this game is a useless card in your hand is useless.
Well, there are some cards that let you do that.
That's
to sell
true.
them.
And
there's more than one.
Based on the luck. You got a couple of those.
I had a lot.
And I actually got the one that let you tuck a couple cards underneath for extra peel points. But I feel like, when you're over your hand limit, sometimes you have to discard. You don't have a lot of hand flexibility, and so sometimes you're just going to discard stuff, even if, like you said, it was something I snapped a turn or two ago and picked up. So it feels like there's a little bit of hand clog or maybe card uselessness when you thought you were going to have more, I sort of like a game where every card does something, even if it's not what you planned on.
I didn't feel...
A very minor quibble.
I didn't feel like it was clogging. But I had these cards that gave me money.
Right.
And also, sometimes when we hit the break, I was happy to get rid of a card or two.
Absolutely. Like this is just sitting here doing nothing.
I only had that one real tough turn because I actually took that first early, so that I would not really... I saw I was going to have cards, and I'm like, I don't want to get rid of these. It's got a lot of interesting things going on. I love the kind of game where you want to do everything and you just can't. You ended up doing a lot of the cubes on the conservation track stuff there, which was great. You did 5, which is what you needed for that goal.
It was my end game goal, yeah. But it's also, number 1, a way to speed along the game and end it, and number 2, big points, as you saw. I mean, well, I got 5 points off of 2 huge animal donations because I had giant birds that I released into the wild. But they also worked really well with the scoring cards that I had.
Yep. Well, cool. Thanks for teaching us, Aaron.
You bet.
And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel. If you click on the bell, you'll get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.